So I think if we want to talk in reality, when Adam and Eve sinned, nobody could go to heaven. So that's why Jesus died on the cross. So we had a way to be with him. Okay. His whole goal is he wants us to be happy with him. He doesn't want us in this life with sin. He doesn't want us in hell. He's trying everything he can with giving us free will to choose to go to heaven. If he just let everyone else go to heaven, we wouldn't have free will. We'd be robots because we'd just be thrown there for...
So the aborted fetus that goes to heaven is a robot?
Okay, there's always exceptions. But
there's always exceptions, so it's logically possible for God to do this. And since God can actualize anything in which is logically possible, then God should be able to make that case for everyone.
You also realize
if there's any exceptions, that means God can do it.
You realize people choose to abort their babies, though, right? So
I don't
them dying is the consequence.
I don't think abortion's wrong before sentience.
Well, I don't want to get into abortion, but I'm talking about the people choose to abort the babies. We can agree on that, right? It's a chosen thing, right?
Typically.
So that means the baby had no say. That God didn't plan for that baby to die. Humans did that to the baby.
I can show you a thing where God did plan it. Yeah, so about 75% of zygotes don't actually end up being birthed. A lot of them get flushed out of the system and are human lives that just end. So why did God make the systems that after fertilization that occur after conception, right, so inefficient, right, that it leads to so many human lives dying?
Well, I don't really know. And I also there's someone talking about miscarriages here that I want to talk about. So
yeah, I'm just going to go on to the next person, Jacob. I do appreciate you coming up. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 250,000 likes. If you disagree, send a guest request right now. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
You're what?
25.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
I really don't understand what this topic is about.
Do you think that I should go to hell?
No, but I don't understand.
No?
What this topic is over.
Talking to people who think that I should go to hell. Appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree, if you think that I should go to hell, y'all. I think it's pretty straightforward, chat. I don't know. Is it straightforward? I don't know. Meet me there, Parker. Yep, I'll see you there. I'll see y'all there, everyone. Can't wait to see y'all there. All right, let's get to the next person real quick. Please only send a guest request if you do disagree, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Wait, hold on.
You're a fetus. All right, let's get to the next individual real quick. Please only do send a guest request if you disagree. Again, we are just looking for some debates. That was Roblox age. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
31.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
Yeah, I think you should go to hell. Well, I mean, think about the people that are claiming they're going to heaven, and think about the people that they claim are going to hell. And who do you really want to spend eternity with? The people that, are going to be judging you all the time, or the people who live their lives having fun? Personally, I'd love to go to hell. Well,
the people who live there. Oh, yeah, you'd only want to go to hell, right?
Right. Because the people who go to hell are going to have a lot more fun.
Yep.
It's just going to be a better time. So
got you, bro. All right, let's go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Bro said we should go to hell. That's wild. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah. Do you think that I should go to hell?
By my definition of hell, yes.
What's your definition of hell?
Well, since I'm a Christian, I believe since you won't allow yourself to accept Jesus as your savior, then you are forfeiting your right to go to heaven. Therefore, you're going to go to hell.
Yeah. So, do you think? Can you give me the relevant difference?
Yeah. All right. So the Bible talks about people who have hardened of hearts. And what that means is that you absolutely no matter what, will allow Jesus in your life, and you're.
I know. It is Lombardi. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
What's your birth year?
2003,
19. What month?
December.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think I should go to hell? Why'd you laugh?
Sorry, no, I didn't expect to get age checked.
Oh no, I age check everyone.
No, you're good. So yeah, I'm a Christian, so yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think I should go to hell?
I believe because of sin, that every person who breaks God's law, which they do because of sin, should go to hell.
Maddie, thank you so much for the 10-month subscription. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Maddie. Maddie's in chat, everyone. Yeah. So, what do you think hell is?
I think hell is, well, I mean, the Bible describes it as a lake of fire. I don't know if that's literal or symbolic, but I believe that it's a place without the presence of God, which involves a lot of pain.
Okay, so could you consider that torture?
I kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of,
so I deserve to be tortured because I simply didn't know that God exists?
I don't think that the Bible makes it clear that it's not a matter of like a lack of knowledge, like intellectually, but it's a posture of the heart of like, not just I don't know if or you exist, but it's I refuse to accept you.
Yeah, I don't think it's refuse to accept, because refuse to accept would indicate that I know that they exist, and then I refuse them based upon this knowledge of them existing. I don't know that they exist. I actually have reason to believe that it doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying, but the Bible would say that the person who says, like, I don't know for sure if God exists or not, because of kind of creation itself, which the Bible has a verse in Romans 3, I think, where it's like creation itself testifies to like God's glory. And basically the idea is the person who says, I don't know if you exist or not, God, so I'm just gonna not worship you, is someone who is lying to themselves. Like that's like if it's not conscious, it's an internal.
Yeah, because they're talking to something that they believe exists. I don't believe a God exists, right?
Right. Do you, I don't know if my point is clear. It's that a person who says that they don't know if God exists is not being truthful to themselves. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, you're delusional. Okay, you're actually delusional. Okay, you believe in something that was written in a book. You have no evidence of that claim being true. We don't believe because there legitimately is no evidence. You can't just say me looking at a tree tells me that a God exists. That's legitimately delulu. Okay, that says that this is the only possible explanation, which you have no reason to believe. I can give you other possible explanations in which indicate something that's naturalistic explaining the world.
Yeah, chill. I'm not saying that like you are lying to yourself or you're dumb. I'm just trying to explain.
You actually unironically did just say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I am chill right now, but you did just say that.
Okay. Let me just finish my sentence. I am not saying like I believe what the Bible says is what I believe, but I am not trying to say that like you are like delusional or you are lying to yourself. What I am trying to tell you is I believe. If I could just finish my sentence.
Come on, man. That's literally what you said, and I didn't even cut you off until you said that before I even said anything.
Okay, so what I am saying is, the Bible doesn't say that you are consciously telling yourself that there is no God, or that you know that there is no God, and you're saying that there isn't. The Bible says that you are lying to yourself. I don't know at what level that is, but that's what it says, and that's what I choose to believe. And if you want to go,
I know you chose to, so you do believe that. You said that, oh, that's not what I'm trying to say. Now you're saying that's what you are trying to say again.
Yeah, no, I just noticed that, like, I don't want you to get the idea that I think that you know the truth and you're lying to yourself, like, consciously. But I just want you to know that this is what I believe.
That's actually what you believe. You believe that I am lying to myself.
The word
actually delulu.
The word consciously was an important word there in that sentence.
Yeah, regardless of lying to yourself is a conscious process.
Not always.
It absolutely is, because in order for you to establish that lie to yourself, you have to have some sort of conscious intention behind that. What is a lie? Is a lie intentional?
I think a lie can be unintentional. A lie is just like what is not the truth.
Okay, so you're just telling something that's false.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Okay, so if a lie is just telling someone that's something that's false, right? Yeah, it could absolutely be something in which is unintentional. Okay, so by lying to yourself, You're saying that, oh, we don't know things, we don't understand, and yet the evidence is truly in front of us.
Yeah.
So you're saying a mistake, right?
No, because the difference would be that so like consciously, you might not be able to say like, I am doing this for this reason, but it points to an internal truth, which is that like the deepest part of you rejects God.
Wait, so I deserve to go to hell because of a mistake?
I just said that it wasn't a mistake.
Oh, so it's intentional.
There's a difference between conscious and intentional.
What's the distinction?
I think that conscious is something that you can like, it's like kind of like thinking out words to yourself, or like that you're able to clearly state or like are consciously aware of. Internal or intentional is just a underlying like motive. It can be subconscious, maybe it can be conscious, but it's like your reasoning for doing something.
So you subconsciously did it on purpose?
Yeah. Like the same way that, like, for example, if I got into like a car accident and then I was
so that just sounds like a conscious thought process to me.
If I got into a car accident and I would like the person in the passenger seat was someone that I loved, I might like throw out my hand to like protect them, but like usually I wouldn't be saying that.
Yes, you can. I don't know why we have to do that, but I don't know why you have to like change what we're talking about, but it's fine.
No, sorry. I just meant because like if we're looking at creation and then you go, this doesn't prove that God exists, but then the Bible says it does, and I believe in the Bible, it might be more productive to just go there because if I can prove that it does, then
go for it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the first thing would be like, I believe that everything that we can see and that like we can feel, like everything in the world and the universe is created, meaning like at one point it didn't exist. Is that something that you would agree with?
Wait, say that one more time.
I believe that everything that exists, like in the universe, like matter and energy and all of that, I believe that at one point it was created. And then my question was just, do you believe that?
Yeah. So like, just depends.
I guess, or the thing that created everything, that would have to be, are you saying that that could also have a natural cause?
The universe?
No, the thing that created the universe or whatever caused it to happen.
Oh, no, that'd be eternal.
Okay. So then if it's like an eternal thing with the power to create the universe, it's not necessarily a Christian God, but doesn't that kind of...
Nope, it's naturalistic.
Classify as a God?
Nope, naturalistic.
It's naturalistic?
Yep.
Can you explain that? I don't understand.
Yeah, it would just be like a set of fundamental particles. Because you're just referencing other types of things in the universe, like when you're referencing matter and energy being created. And you can see those are created with there being a prior state that's still naturalistic. That's the point. So I'm just telling you that there's a logically possible explanation there. Do I believe this? No. Do I believe the other way?
Okay.
No. There's no data to go off of. No evidence. Okay? These are just assumptions.
Yeah, I mean, I just would ask about the prior state that you're talking about with these fundamental particles. Are these particles eternal, or were they also created?
The particles are eternal.
Okay. I guess my question would be like when we talk about like an eternal being outside of the universe versus like for example, particles, do they exist in a space? Because space hasn't been created yet.
Oh, you could just change the model that you just be already existent, like some certain notion of space, or if you would require that.
Right, but like things can't, or like there would also have to be like a notion of time then, because for them to like
time has always existed. Yeah.
I just don't understand, because when we talk about like, okay, there could be like, instead of like an eternal God as the answer for why the universe is created, it could be like just like naturalistic things that like just exist outside of the universe or before the universe or whatever. It doesn't logically make sense to me that like the naturalistic particles are eternal. And that might just be because there's like no reference. There's no reference in the universe for anything being eternal. So it's
There's no reference in the universe for a God.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if I'm gonna go, okay, these things are naturalistic, and they're just kind of like part of everything. But then I look at everything that exists, and I don't see anything
You're
else.
just talking about probability. You're not talking about possibility. I could say the same thing about you.
Right, but if every particle that exists is not eternal,
Do you see anything that is eternal? So why could God be eternal? You could just say the same thing. These are all probabilistic. This is why, again, I think that there aren't sufficient explanations as it relates to either of these, because they're not something that I would say is probabilistically true. Because again, you demonstrate probability based upon either theoretical virtues, or you demonstrate them on the basis of that's on a qualitative basis, or you demonstrate them on the basis of like evidence.
The first two things went over my head. You said something virtue and what?
Theological virtues, that would be like things like simplicity, like requiring less assumptions to dictate something to be true, or you reference certain notions of parsimony.
Okay. I guess, okay, so creation itself is something that we can say, like, probability-wise could be anything or could be natural particles. Another part of creation that is something that's worth looking at is the notion of, like, humanity and us being, like, characters that share this weird thing of morality and then typically agree to have some notion of free will. Do you believe in free will?
I believe in compatibilism, yeah, free will.
Okay. Do you believe that free will can arise in a universe where everything is kind of predetermined from the outset?
What do you mean by predetermined?
Like if I say, like, regardless of what the start is, whether it was like a god or not, everything is just like chemicals moving around. So then when I have a thought, or when I make a decision, why is that free will?
Yeah, you can a certain series of causal events leads to this particular thing happening. Yeah, that can be compatible with the idea that you have the ability to do otherwise. Because you just happen to engage in this given these prior events, that doesn't mean you didn't have the ability to do otherwise. Because it's not determined by an actor. These prior circumstances, conditions, are naturalistically determined. Okay, there's no notion of it's like wind, right? Okay. Someone's not like pushing you when there's wind. It's just the wind, right? It's naturalistic.
Yeah, but the wind doesn't choose where it blows. It blows based off where the sun like heats up the air and like causes
exactly, right? So if it's a naturalistic cause as to why you are acting a particular way, right, after or which puts you in a position in which you will act a particular way, doesn't mean that you couldn't have done otherwise. It just means that the conditions you were put in, right, for this choice were naturalistic.
I don't understand the analogy to wind though, because wind, there is no possible way for it to blow other than where like the environment around it tells it to. But then you say that free will is like different, and I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
like if wind blows someone off a cliff, right? Yeah. Did someone get murdered?
No.
No, so there's no actor there. Okay.
Okay.
So that is kind of the notion that the coercion that you're referencing is not like an actor, right? It's naturalistic, which means there's no basis for like impeding upon someone's free will within a sense of an actor, which would be relevant to our considerations about free will, about whether or not someone had a choice or autonomy in a circumstance. Because really, when we're saying free will, we're referencing things like moral responsibility, right?
Yeah, but my question is not on like whether the environment influences someone's free will. It's on how they have free will if their brain is just like if everything in their brain, including like the neurotransmitters conveying like thoughts, are like can be traced all the way back to the beginning of the universe. And then if like, for example, like if you had a scientist at the beginning of the universe who could calculate exactly where every atom would go and like how each molecule or like energy would be transferred or whatever, they theoretically should be able to
you're misunderstanding my notion of free will. I'm not arguing libertarian free will. I'm arguing free will in a compatibilist sense, the ability to do otherwise than you did. And that still exists.
Right, but my question is...
I could have eaten Cinnamon Toast Crunch today. I didn't. I could have.
Right. My argument is not that you don't have free will. It's that I don't understand how you explain free will naturalistically.
I've already accounted for it.
You've explained why, like...
You would have to provide a contradiction between these two things.
Right. So my contradiction is... if everything is naturalistic, meaning there's like no spiritual or like outside like influence, because I kind of believe that free will isn't a thing that you can, I think it's divine. So my question is, naturalistically, if we have everything just physically and then everything that exists is just physical reactions, including the thoughts of humans, then the same way that I can calculate that like H2O will exist if there's like 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Like it's just more complicated.
You can do this even if you consider libertarian free will. You can still calculate or predict what someone's going to do.
Right, but that I'm saying that there's no possibility of them then doing something else.
What do you mean by possibility?
Like ability for them, like a world in which they could have chose not to.
Well, so I would say that there is a possible notion of them doing otherwise, but there isn't a world in which they did otherwise necessarily that we could identify. Does that make sense? But having the ability to do otherwise doesn't mean you've done otherwise.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
That's what you're
believe in,
mistaken here.
I don't believe in like multiple universes. I don't think I understand. Like, are you saying
Even if there's one universe, right? If the ability to do otherwise does not rely on the notion that you've done otherwise, it just relies on the notion that you have the ability to.
Right, and my question is on that. It's why do you have the ability to?
Yeah, and I've already accounted for that. I don't know how you didn't understand. Faith, I appreciate the $3. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like, what are you not? What are you not getting here?
Okay. Everything in the universe can be boiled down to one like complicated chemical equation, right?
Are you just saying that there's a causal series of events in which it leads people to engaging in particular actions?
Not even people specifically, but that like I guess including people's choices, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's completely compatible with my ability to do otherwise.
Right, but my question is, like, for example, when you take H2O and you put the ingredients together, it doesn't have the choice or the ability to do other. But then you're saying that the universe is the same way, but humans have the ability to choose other, and that's what I don't understand.
Hold up, say that one more time.
Okay, when you put the particles for H2O together, they become H2O, and they don't have the ability to do other. And we're saying that the universe is naturalistic.
Like so H2O, you don't have the ability to do other. They don't have a mind.
Right, but my question is this notion of a mind, if it's naturalistic, it isn't anything apart from physical reactions.
So there are physical reactions, but these physical reactions produce an ability for an entity to do otherwise than they did.
Yeah, that's my question, though. How do you get there from physical reactions?
Again, we just explained it. We gave particular hypotheticals, particular scenarios in which you agreed, right? Under this model, right? It would be the case that I had the ability to do a circumstance otherwise than I did, right? And we'd apply that to reality and we'd see how people act. Megan, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Did I have the capacity in this circumstance to choose to either keep you on my live or was I just bound to kick you off right now? Right? Well, the ability is that if I concede to the idea that I had some sort of desire or I had some sort of ability to act upon this desire, right? Well, then I'm going to be able to do differently than I did, even considering that I only ended up doing one thing. So all you're really saying is that it is the case that they engaged in one particular action. You're not saying that them engaging in one particular action means that they couldn't have engaged in others. And again, there can be a causal series of events prior to this notion in which put me to a circumstance where I can engage in this particular action, right? Or I do engage in this particular action. That again does not mean that specifically means that I didn't have the ability to do otherwise than I did, right? We're just referencing the possibility. So you'd have to demonstrate there's a logical impossibility under my model here.
I keep hearing you refer to like, just because I made the choice to do one thing, it doesn't mean that that doesn't mean anything for my ability to have chosen the other thing.
Yeah, you'd have to show that there's a contradiction. The compatibles is just saying that there's not a contradiction between the two.
Okay.
Determinism and free will, as it relates to like being able to do otherwise than you did.
And I don't think that I necessarily disagree with that, but my question is not on like after you have made the choice, did you have the does that mean there's no world in which you could have done the other? My question is like on when you are considering, like when you are making the choice, like what do you believe is happening at the moment that someone is making a choice?
I'm confused that question's asking.
So like when somebody is making a choice, do you believe in like for example.
Also, wait, how did we get to this conversation?
We're talking about
whether or not determinism is true. That doesn't mean that. I mean, whether or not compatibilism is true or not, that has no bearing on this conversation at all. Actually, like none. The
chain or the link is like I think that it's kind of evident whether you can logically prove it or not that everyone has free will. So my goal is to show that it can exist naturalistically, which means that there's evidence for some divine like inspiration for it.
Okay, so I can say that there's no free will and you have no ability to get out of this. That doesn't change anything, right? You can be a determinist and don't hold the free will, right? But even then, right, we're just not moving anywhere in this conversation. I don't see how you're relating to this or how you're like saying that there's a contradiction.
Well, we could continue the conversation from you saying that you don't believe in free will and just pretend, and I could show you how it works.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
I would say it does, because I would say like if somebody like were to commit something morally wrong, I think both of us, whether we believe in a God or not, would say that they should be held responsible. But then I would say like, well, you can't say that if you don't believe in free will.
Yeah, so you can hold people responsible based upon like particular causal factors, right? That there's not necessarily an issue with that, given that you can rule out the idea that there was like an actor or not causing that action. You can still have notions of it under either model.
Why would I do that? Like if someone killed someone, why would I say they should go to jail if they didn't have the choice to?
If they didn't have a choice to? Well, you would say that whether or not they had a choice to would be dependent upon whether or not an actor influenced them or whether or not it was a natural cause.
Okay, but if we're saying there's no free will, there's no such thing as like an actor then, right?
No, there still can be actors. I don't think that determinists that don't hold the free will can't say that there aren't actors.
What is an actor?
Yeah, an actor would be like a sentient being in which can act, right? Or a sentient being which can engage in action.
Okay, but does sentience exist if you don't have free will? Like you're just doing everything like a rock moving down a hill. You're just the same thing.
Yeah, sentience can exist without free will. I don't understand what you're talking about. Yo, Jackson Dahl, thank you so much for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, what?
How can sentience exist if you don't have free will?
Because it's just related to subjective experience. What?
Okay,
wait.
Like,
do you think angels exist?
Angels?
Do you think angels have free will?
Well, I mean, Lucifer was an angel, so I would say yeah.
So you do. So okay. Is there any being that doesn't have free will?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I can explain it. I don't think there's an issue. Henry, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, again, okay. I don't see how this even like critiques anything here.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I don't really have anything else, so I guess thanks for your time, Parker.
Okay. All right, appreciate it.
See ya.
All right, let's go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I don't know.
Hello? How old are you?
Like, what do you...
Okay, that person's not there. Literally, regardless how I respond, people in the chat are like, you're emotional, you're angry. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
For sure. What's your birth year?
I was born in 2005, April.
Yeah. Do you think that I should go to hell?
I think based off the belief that you don't believe in God, then yeah.
Yeah. Why so? Like, what do you think hell is? Jackson, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it, Jackson.
I think hell is like, probably eternal torture.
Eternal torture? Okay, so you think I should be eternally tortured because I don't know that God exists?
Well, no. I'd say it's usually consequences
so God
of your
would do
actions.
something wrong?
Yeah, it's usually consequences of your actions.
Consequences of your actions. So what actions?
Let's say you know something's wrong, but you do it anyways. Like, let's say somebody kills someone, right? And they do it anyways, but they still deserve to go to hell.
I'm asking about me.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't believe in God, right?
Yeah, like I'm asking why, just because of my non-belief, does that mean that I should be eternally tortured? Because that just seems coercive to me. It's like either believe that I exist or you get tortured.
Well, the way I look at it is if I'm right and I die, then I go to heaven, right?
Yeah, Pascal's wager. Okay, so why are you not scared of the hell from Islam? Why are you not scared of the hell of Judaism? You're going to go to those if you're wrong.
Nah.
Okay.
'Cause if I'm
So
wrong,
you're not scared. If you're
then
not
there's
scared of
no
those, why should I be
afterlife, right?
scared of yours?
If I'm wrong and there's no afterlife, right? Then there's no consequences for believing in that.
No. You're wrong if it's not your notion of afterlife. There could be a different notion of afterlife that's true.
True.
Imagine if it's the Muslims' hell, right? Well, then you're gonna go to it. You're screwed, buddy. Okay, so if you're not scared of their hells, why should I be scared of yours?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. It's just a question of whether or not which one's right and which one's wrong, which I have no idea. You just gotta trust.
You just gotta trust me, bro.
Yeah. You just gotta trust the religion.
Savannah, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I believe you're guilty of committing murder.
On what evidence?
Why do I need evidence? I just have faith. I just believe. Trust me, bro.
Well, there's evidence in believing in God, too.
What evidence?
How everything was created so perfectly.
What do you mean by perfectly? Like it is this way rather than being a different way? That same
Like-
notion also exists under your notion of God.
Like,
God
how
could
is
have
the
desired
earth-
to create other beings other than humans, but God specifically desired to create humans rather than anything else.
How is the Earth's, like, the perfect distance from the sun?
So it's not like I don't know what you mean by perfect distance. You're just saying it happens to be this way, which is conducive
Like-
towards life, right? If it happens to be this way, that's conducive towards life rather than being a different way. That means that there's fine tuning. Fine tuning indicates intelligent designer, right? So the same thing is also true for God's mind. God could have desired something different than he did, but God happened to desire this, so it could have been differently. So that would indicate fine tuning, right? Fine tuning indicates intelligent design. Your God's mind is intelligently designed.
Mm-hmm.
You see how that causes an issue under your model?
Yeah.
So there's no distinction under the fine-tuning argument. It's simply not a good argument to justify God's existence.
Yeah. I mean, but we all have morality, right?
Not everyone, but most of us.
Most of us have some sense of morality.
Yeah, it depends on how you define morality. All of us have some sense of morality.
Like the distinction between what's right and
under
wrong.
some notions. What's up?
Like the distinction between what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like provide a distinction depending on their own view in terms of what they prefer, what they don't prefer in some sort of moral sense. I'll just say most people, but
Yeah.
some more than others. Yeah. So what's your point with that?
Well, a lot of our morality is taken from the Bible, so
Okay.
yeah.
I don't hold that, but even if that's true, what does that mean?
Okay. I gotta go. Thank you for your
Okay.
time.
All right, let's go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Please only send a guest request if you think that I should go to hell, y'all. Let's get on to the next person, y'all. All right, everyone. We're going to be on until around 6 or 7 o'clock, y'all, at least. If you want to debate, make sure to send a guest request right now. Y'all know I accept the first people who send a request. Plus, if you do want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio. Plus, the only way I can get gifts here through TikTok is through Cash App, y'all. Or not through Cash App, through gifting of subs. Why did I say Cash App? I'm so sorry, chat. Okay, it's not accepting this person. We're gonna go to the next. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. Are you doing live battles later? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I will try to do them.
Hell does not exist. It is something that is made up. You understand that?
Agree.
That's how I see it.
Only send a guest request if you disagree. If you think that I should go to hell, y'all. All right, only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Okay, for some reason it's not accepting people. All right, we're gonna get to the next individual real quick. Only send a guest request if you do disagree. What's up? How old are you?
27.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
Yeah.
Why so?
Because we're over here roasting marshmallows, having pool parties in the lake of fire, you know, all that good stuff.
Honestly, sounds fun. Sounds fun. Let's get on to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2005.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
I do. Because you don't believe in God, right?
Yeah, I don't. So what do you think hell is?
I think it's like, I guess I heard the other guy say eternal torture. I don't know exactly what it is, but based on like what I've read, kind of it is torture for like your sins, I guess.
It's torture for my sins. Okay, so have I? Yes, I used to believe. I grew up Christian.
What changed your mind?
I couldn't make sense of the fact that in all what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 23. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, should I go to hell?
No, man, but I have an interesting idea on this, I guess.
I am just looking for people who disagree, man. Appreciate it. Only send a guest request if you do disagree, y'all. Again, we are just looking for people specific to this topic. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2005.
Do you think that I should go to hell?
I mean, yeah, we all should go to hell, but we can be saved.
Kim, thank you so much for the 7-month subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. When did you graduate?
I still haven't graduated, but I am 18.
Oh, you're graduating this year?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of the chat does think you're a child, though.
Bro. Believe me or not, I'm 18, but...
Yeah, I do apologize. There's a lot of people who say that, so I'm just going to go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. I do apologize. Do apologize if you are actually 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up? Who, me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 34.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
Well, I'm a Muslim, right? Have you read the Quran?
I have not read the Quran.
Okay, well, in my religion, no one goes to hell, right? Unless first the truth comes to him and it's clarified to him. The message comes to him and it's clarified to him. Because, you know, God is the most just. You won't punish a person. So, say if it's a group of people that's in the middle of a jungle somewhere and the message of Islam never came to them. You can't fault them for not knowing who God is, right? It's like you said you don't know who God is, but also you have everything at your disposal to.
Wait, so then we should stop telling people about Islam. Okay? We'll save everyone.
How you figure that?
If we just don't tell people that Islam exists, well, then wouldn't they be saved by grace then?
No, because it's obligatory to spread the message.
Okay, but again, but again, if we don't tell them, they're going to be saved.
No, that's not true. Because
wait.
all of us to find out what the truth is. We don't think that we just here for nothing, just created for nothing.
So are they held accountable if they are on some random island?
It's gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test.
What's the test?
I mean, whatever the test is, it's gonna be on the day of judgment. It's gonna be a test to see if they recognize who God is. Like,
well, but, okay, so if they don't recognize who God is, then they go to hell?
Yeah.
Why? Just because they couldn't recognize?
No, because you guys realize if they're on a remote island, so that means they have sustenance. They have something that sustains them: food, water, whatever blessings, fruits is being provided to them. So if they realize that it was this being, this creator that provided all these things for us, right?
But they don't realize that. That's the whole point. You're assuming everyone just thinks that your God exists, dude.
We don't know that. It's only one God. But you said
I don't believe there is a God.
You used to be Christian before, right? I seen you say something about the expanding universe. You said you never read the Quran. What if I told you over 1,400 years ago the expansion?
That's talking about the heavens and the earth.
No, the universe.
It's talking about the heavens and the earth.
What's talking about the heavens and the earth?
It says we got the heavens and the earth and we expanded it.
No, the heavens. The heavens, and we created the heavens with power, and it's we who expanded.
That's not talking about the universe.
Yes, yes, it is. It's talking about the heavens is literally talking about the heavens is the universe. Is outside of. It's not just talking about the sky. It's talking about.
Okay. So God sends us back to the universe. That's heaven.
What you mean sends us back to the universe?
Yeah. So when God sends us to heaven or paradise, that means that we go to back to the universe, right?
No.
So heaven doesn't mean that.
Paradise, the word for paradise and the word for heavens is two different things.
Okay. So can you show me the distinction? Because the word heaven is just going to be a translation we have.
No, heavens is talking about the sky, like outside of the skies, the atmosphere.
Paradise are definitely used synonymously.
No, they're not. I'll give you the verse. Go to 5147.
5147. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That doesn't tell me specifically that.
So, and I'll tell you another verse to go to about paradise.
Yeah, how it defines paradise in that particular way. Yeah, this is talks about. Yeah, because the we built the universe. That's a specific translation that comes up on that. It's literally talking about the heavens. I like how the first one it literally references universe. It's referencing we built the heaven.
Okay, let me show you.
Allah has built the heaven with power. Surely we are able to extend the vastness of space in it.
Yeah, it's come. Listen, Samawati, that's referring to the heavens, right? But Jannah,
heavens,
right. That's referring to.
Yeah, Jannah and is also used interchangeably with other terms.
No, not Samawati.
Huh?
If you know Arabic, Samawati is referring to the heavens. Samawati is never. That's Samawati is referring to the heavens. It's never referring to paradise.
Do you know Arabic?
Yes, I study Arabic. I don't know. I'm studying Arabic right now. But yes, Samawati is referring to the heavens.
Which word do you see that?
It's one. It's
in which verse?
Four. The same verse I just told you. Or 30. Go to the same ayah. I mean the same surah in ayah 30. Surah Anbiya.
I know someone who says that they speak Arabic says it translates to paradise.
What translates? No, it does not translate to paradise. Samawati.
No, that's what they said. I don't know Arabic, so I won't be able to determine this.
They lying to you now.
How do I know that you're not lying to me?
What benefit do I have to lie to you?
What benefit do they have to lie to me? The benefit you have is to relate to your religion that you believe to be true. No, they don't have a benefit to lie to me in that scenario.
Samawati is not referring to paradise.
Yeah. So are you referencing
like you said? So when he talk about heavens and earth, he's not talking about paradise. Talking about the heavens and the earth, like and everything in between. I mean the universe. When he says
okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to gain any type of understanding on this because I don't know Arabic, right? So it's like I just have to trust someone. So I'm going to have to speak to people that.
What do you mean? You can look it up. You got a computer in front of you. You can look it up. Type in Arabic.
And that relies again. I have the translations in front of me. They give different notions of translations. Remember?
You could type the word in, right, and translate it, and it'll tell you all the translations what the word is used for. And you could find out. You definitely can find out what you're saying.
I will definitely. I will make sure to look into that, man. Yeah, but I don't speak Arabic. I won't be able to determine this at this particular point.
Yeah, but that's not. It seems like to me you don't want to know the truth.
What do you mean? I don't want to know the truth. I just told you. Wait, dude. Are you fucking kidding? I literally just told you I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look it up. I just told you I'm gonna look into it.
Okay, but it seems you can look it up right now. Is what I'm saying. You using that as a cop.
You want me to look up and try to figure out what the translation is while I'm on live in front of people trying to do a debate?
No, listen. Yeah, because you want to know.
Yeah. Do you understand? I can't understand. I can't continue the conversations if I'm studying something right now. If I'm looking it up.
No, what I'm saying is you could just type in the word and it takes like a second or less than a minute to type it in.
I don't know which particular words would be which. I have to look at all the words in the context. I can't just look at one word and that's it.
I understand that. I can understand it. But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I should stop running my live and in the middle of my live go figure this out. Yeah.
No. All right. So saying that. With that being said, if you do see that it's referring to the universe and the space and everything, what would you say about that?
I have to look. If it's referring to the universe, it would be something that I would question if it's referring to it's expanding, right? Is it necessarily referring to the Big Bang, right? But if you want to look back at what early church scholars said in association with this, not a single early church scholar was claiming anything about the Big Bang or about the expanding universe as it relates to this particular verse.
Yeah, it's not the Bible though. I'm talking about it's not the Bible. I'm talking about it's the Quran, not the Bible. Why would the church fathers say something about the Quran?
I didn't mean it. I was referring to like scholars, not like I just used the wrong terminology because I commonly talk about the Bible.
They didn't have the technology to understand what the verse meant during their time. That's why the Quran is a miracle. There's no contradictions, and also things that it spoke about 1,400 years ago.
But didn't these come from revelations of God?
Yeah, but think people that lived in the desert over almost 1,500 years ago, they didn't know anything about space. They
did. They actually did. They knew from the ancient Greeks at the time.
No, they
like
didn't.
Ancient Greeks passed down knowledge about cosmology. They passed down knowledge about science. They passed down knowledge about lots of different things that was then put in the context of these books.
Yeah, that was the knowledge that was available to over 1,400 years ago in Arabia. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
It was available then.
What proof do you have of that?
Ancient Greeks were prior to that point. I have historical evidence of that.
Listen, so you're telling me ancient Greeks knew about the Big Bang and that the universe was expanding?
Not Big Bang. They knew about things prior, like water and living beings, or they knew about the water cycle, or things like that, right? That were put in the context of the Quran that people now like take today, and you're like, oh, this is specifically because of Islam that we have this, or because of the Quran. No, this knowledge was known before and came before. Although there are lots of things that were gained in terms of knowledge from Islamic empires.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, everything that basically that the Western philosophy, everything was saved by the Islamic Empire in Spain, for sure. But I'm not referring to that. I'm saying, so you saying that the Quran was pieces of ancient Greek philosophy or ancient Greek writings? That's where some of the Quran came from, is what you're saying? Or you saying that maybe it was ancient Greek prophets on one time that maybe got some of the same revelations as...
I don't know about the specific expanding one, because I have to know about the language, like what it's saying first, the context, to be able to make an inference about what it's saying.
All right, so let me ask you
from my knowledge of the time, it was just referring to notions about like the heavens.
Okay, so
right, and like paradise.
What about the fact that there's salt water and
brackish water? Yeah, that was also known at the time.
There was who was that known by?
Those passed on from ancient Greeks. So like, if you want to reference like particularly people like Prophet Muhammad,
that the water is meat and don't mix.
What's that?
You saying that both of the waters meet and don't mix? That was known at the time.
Yeah,
the two oceans?
those two different waters didn't mix. Yeah, brackish water.
I never heard of that being known.
Okay, well at the time that was known, right? And there were places in which they would see that.
Can you give me the reference for that? So that's not. I'm actually.
Yeah, you could just look up brackish water, but I can send you stuff associated with that. Well, I'll make sure to add it to my bibliography.
Brackish water. Just type in brackish water?
Yeah, just type in brackish water. Yeah, I have other stuff when it relates to like the Euphrates River and other stuff like that. So I'm currently still adding stuff to my bibliography as it relates to stuff like that.
Okay, brackish water is a word term used to describe water that is more saline than fresh water, but less saline than often. But that doesn't have any...
It also says that sperm comes from between the backbone and the rib.
Yeah.
Which is scientifically false.
What? The sperm comes between the backbone?
Yeah, the spurting fluid that is supposed to create life comes from between the backbone and the rib, and that's scientifically false. Okay, that's also knowledge that came from the ancient Greeks, which happened to be false.
What do you mean that's false? Do you know?
What do you mean that's false? Sperm comes from the testicles, Brev.
The stages of embryology is in the Quran, right?
Yeah, that's very basic. No person who actually knows embryology is going to say that has like some sort of complex understanding of embryology. No one. Also, you're not engaging. Hey, you're not engaging with my point. Stop deflecting. You're not engaging with my. Please stop deflecting.
Embryology. He wrote the book.
Hey, stop deflecting. Can you please go back to the point you just referenced? We were just referencing something. I'd like to move on to what you were saying in a second, but I'd like to go over this first.
Which point?
What I just referenced, the sperm point.
No, yeah, you brought the sperm point up.
Yeah. So would you like to respond to that, and then you can move on? You're deflecting so that you don't address what I just said, what I just brought up. Okay, we can talk about that here in a second. I would love to do that. But you are not actually like addressing what I'm saying right now.
What's your basis of saying that is false? That sperm comes.
Because we know that sperm comes from the testicles. Like what? This is obvious scientifically.
The sperm comes from the testicles. Right?
Yes.
So if a person is paralyzed, right? Can they ejaculate?
I'm not quite sure.
Or would
How the hell is that relevant?
Or would it still have to be something done to the spine to make them? Because I'm paralyzed and I can't ejaculate. So your spine has something. Because your spine has something to do.
I don't know if that's true for all people who are paralyzed, but
yeah, it is. Because I do research on it to figure out how you can still do it, but you have to in certain ways. You got to stimulate certain things.
Okay, so.
But as far as what you're saying, then I never looked into the fact that you're saying that about the seminal fluid coming from the spine, but
yeah, so like you'd have to give me any evidence that there's like that comes from this from like the back between the backbone and the rib. Yeah, again, we have very clear evidence that says that it does not.
Can you give me the reference of where you get that? Where you getting it from? The Quran says that.
Oh, where the Quran says that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Let me find that real quick. 1 second. I need to find the verse real quick. What is it? Is it Surah? Hold up. Wait. Is it? Wait, hold up. Is 86:5? Surah 86:5. Now let man think what he has created. He has created from a drop emitted, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. Right, it's referencing like a fluid.
86.
A fluid from between the backbone and the ribs. That's what it says.
Let's see. From what he was created, he was created from a water gushing forth, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs. Really, the Lord is able to.
Yeah, so let man observe from what he was created. Now let man but think from what he was created. So let man consider what was created. It's all those different things. Wait, hold up. Let me go to the next. It's 5 through 7. Hold up, sorry.
The backbone and the ribs. Okay.
Do you see it? Yeah.
Man, from between the backbone and the ribs. Yeah, I would have to look.
Yeah, so I'll give you time to look at that, and then you want to come back on a different time and we can have a conversation about it?
I'm gonna admit to that point, but can we get to my next point that I was saying?
Wait, if that's false, then the entire book's false. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I don't believe it's false, but I would definitely look into it though.
Yeah, so you think that sperm comes from between the backbone and the rib?
Why do you think it does? What proof do you have that it doesn't?
Almost every single institution of medicine and science is going to say that sperm comes from the testicles. Okay. That's where all the evidence comes from. So, like, I mean, literally every single one.
All right, let me see. Yeah, it takes me 1 second to look it up. All right, what about my next point that I was saying about the stages of embryology?
Oh, those are super vague in the Quran.
Super vague? No, they're super descriptive about the embryo being a clinging clot.
Oh, you want to put $100,000 on it?
A leech? You're referring to that as a leech?
So you want to put $100,000 on its?
Yeah, sure.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
That the level of explanation of embryology in the Quran is not sufficient to describe all stages of embryology fully.
I guarantee you it is. We could bet. Yeah, let's
full explanation of embryology.
Let's put $1,000 on it.
$1,000 on it. Full So you will give me $1,000 if the Quran does not fully explain embryology. Fully.
Yes. And I would tell you this.
Oh,
the person that wrote the leading book on embryology that was used in teaching, when he changed his book off of based off what he read in the Quran.
So my Cash App and Venmo's in my bio.
Okay, and I'll send you mine.
You don't need to. I'm already right.
All right, look it up. Prove it.
I already did.
How?
Well, because I have it right here. I got you. Or what verse? Wait, what actually? What verse do you cite? Let me hear that. Let me hear this first. Where do you find embryology fully explained within the Quran? Fully explained every stage of embryology, right?
Wait, you said fully? Like as far as yeah.
Okay. And also, by the way, gambling is haram, but you're gonna have to give me $1,000.
No, this not. I'm not. It's not gambling. Cause it's a fact. Gambling would be like me and you betting on something, a game of chance, of me not knowing the outcome, or you not knowing the outcome. Like a card game, dice. This is like I'm asking you a question. You say if I'm right, if you wrong, and then you got to pay this.
Yeah. It's not betting isn't gambling. I agree.
No, betting on certain things is gambling for sure.
Okay. So,
but you saying that?
So tell me what verse, and if it doesn't fully explain it, right? You're gonna owe me $1,000. Okay.
Okay, but if you telling me that if you answer this question, if you right, I will pay you this money, that's not gambling.
Okay, but yeah, absolutely. Again, thank you. Venmo, Cash App in the bio.
Hold up. So if I'm right, you're gonna pay me my money, right?
Yeah, I know you're not right though.
Okay.
I can't wait for $1,000 shot. Can we get a W $1,000 in the chat?
So 39. I think it's store 39.6. You said that you didn't read the crime, right?
Yeah, but I've heard about this before.
Okay. Did you research it?
Mm-hmm.
And you found that it was super vague?
Yeah, another Muslim bet me $1 million, and they never sent me the money.
Okay. Created you from me, sent you down. Parents, rooms of your mothers.
Yeah, actually, like I'm not joking. It actually was a mail chat. So they sinned to not send me that money.
Hold up. I gotta find the verse.
Yeah, we'll give you time to do so. In the meantime, everyone, let's try to run up to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, everyone, share the live, copy link, send it to your friends. If you like my content, follow me if you haven't already. As well, if you do want to support me otherwise, Venmo, Cash App in the bio. But today's going wild, chat. Keep tapping that screen, y'all. Actually, yes, Camille, I know that this is enforceable in the state of California. I do know it. Alyssa, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 3-month.
Is it?
Yeah, well, welcome to the new. This is the newest thing on the TikTok Parker get a job stream, right? Is these types of things. We'll see though.
Hold up. I can't
keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes, everyone. If everyone taps the screen, we'll easily get up to 500K within like the next 10-15 minutes, y'all.
Why are they not telling me that?
Yo, Anna, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. W Anna in the comment section. And Kobe, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
What?
What do I mean by this prompt? I just like under their view, they think I should go to hell. So it gets specific conversations related to salvation, hell, what they think is sinful, problem.
Adam first, out of an extract of clay, water and earth, right? Thereafter we made him the offspring of Adam as nutfa, mixed drops of male and female sexual discharge, and lodged it in the safe lodging, the womb of the woman. Then we made the nutfa into a clot, a piece of thick, coagulated blood.
I don't know where you're getting this. The one I'm reading is We created man out of the extract of clay. Then we made him into a drop of life germ. Then we placed it in a safe depository. Then we made this drop into a clot. Then we made this clot into a lump. Then we made this lump into bones. Then we clothed the bones with flesh. And then we caused it to grow into another creation.
Right. Exactly.
That is not fully explaining the stages of embryology.
No, you got it. First, that's a translation. Now the Arabic, I'm about to tell you what the Arabic words mean. Then we made the nutfa into a clot, right? A clot meaning a piece of coagulated blood. Then we made the clot into a little lump of flesh. But in the word for the clot.
Yeah, you're adding to it specifically.
Listen, no, this is the translation.
And also, even if you do add that, that still doesn't fully explain embryology.
I'm not adding nothing. This is the translation.
Like can you show me where within embryology that there's a clot?
It begins as like it looks like a little blood clot in the beginning. You ever open the egg and
No. Can you tell me where specifically it is a clot?
What you mean where?
Yeah, can you show me where it is that it's a clot? Because doesn't it not have any blood at that time?
It would be. No, it is. Hold on. You're getting a phone call.
All right, you have to swipe out of the app and then swipe back in. You're getting an echo. Swipe out of the app, swipe back in, and then I should be able to hear you properly. But yeah, chat, this is, yeah, you can just look up, is there any point within embryology in which it is a blood clot? Well, we can clarify what a blood clot is, though. Like, what do you think a blood clot is?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what do you think a blood clot is?
What do I think a blood clot is?
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't say a blood clot. It said a clot. Listen, let me ask you a question. You ever seen an egg that you ever opened the egg and it was like a chick that was almost like ever seen that clot of blood that's in the egg when the chick is trying to be born, like a baby chick, and it may have been an egg that was fertilized, and there's literally a clot in the middle of the yolk that's feeding off the yolk.
We're talking about human embryology.
It's the same. It's the same.
And also, that's not.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's really not.
It feeds off the yolk when the human embryo feeds off the body of the mother.
So can you show me any source that again there is a blood clot within embryology? That's just one claim. You have to claim all the others. Again, this. I forget their name.
Back in this was a long time ago. This wasn't recent. This was like back in when the video was still in black and white, and the guy talking about it.
Yeah. So I would like to see.
I'm gonna give you
from my knowledge, again, we've already gone over this, and it was the case that he was like paid, and there were significant conflicts of interest as it relates to him.
Let me find his name.
Also, can you also give me evidence that bones are formed before skin?
paid to do it. That's the main point. Is that he was from Canada, I believe, and he was paid
But no,
to
this
do it.
guy is not from. This guy, he worked at the University of Illinois, Chicago.
That guy. Oh well, okay. Then maybe it wasn't Keith Moore because that, as far as I know, this guy was.
Yo, he needs to get. You need swipe out of the app and swipe back in. Middle path.
All right, that's better.
Yeah, it is better.
Okay. So how you had my keys? Nah. Oh, that's the key. Come on.
Yeah. So again, the Quran says flesh before bone. Right.
Right.
Can you show me?
Oh, whole flesh before.
Or no, doesn't it say bone before flesh? I mean, bone before flesh.
Yeah.
My bad. Bone before flesh. Yeah, which is not. Can you show me evidence of that? That bones are formed before the flesh?
Can I show you evidence of that?
Yeah, where in embryonic development does it demonstrate that bones are formed before the flesh?
You can see that today. You can look at pictures of embryo. You ever seen somebody?
How literally the fuck would bones grow or develop if there's no flesh?
No,
if there's no organs?
Actually, we can disprove this right off the bat easily in any textbook, including Keith Moore textbook. Middle path. Do you know how bones are formed?
No, you could look at. You could literally look at.
No, hold on. Just answer the question. How are bones formed?
I don't know. How are they formed?
Okay, what comes first before the osteocytes form the bone?
I don't know. You tell me.
Cartilage. In an embryo, cartilage forms, and then osteocytes take over the cartilage, forming the bone.
Okay, but what that got to do with flesh?
It doesn't. It means that your Quran left out one of the stages. Cartilage. Cartilage precedes bone. Cartilage precedes bone.
How is that part of bone? It's called bone cartilage.
No. Parker asked you he bet you a very specific thing.
Sir, it's called bone cartilage. What?
No, it's not. Cartilage is different from bone. Bone cartilage is the connection of bone to cartilage.
Right. It's a part.
Like your knee. Your knee is a bone cartilage joint because it contains bone and cartilage.
Listen. I have a musculoskeletal disease. I know what I'm talking about. It's part of the skeletal system.
Sir, you having a skeletal disease does not mean that you know anything about the musculoskeletal system. I'm very sorry that you have that disease, but you are incorrect here. Your cartilage is not the same as bone. You know how I know this? Your ear is made out of cartilage. It has nothing to do with any bone.
I didn't say it was the same as bone.
Hold on. You said it's called bone cartilage. Now you said bone cartilage. Cartilage is separate from bone.
Bro's lagging really hard now.
Yeah, he's lagging.
Nothing to do with what he asked me. He didn't ask about cartilage.
No, I'm saying that. Parker asked you.
That has nothing to do
middle
with.
path. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Parker bet you a very specific question that these verses in the Quran contain all stages, all of the detail of all from the moment the sperm and the egg are fertilized to the moment of birth. You said yes. So I'm saying to you that it leaves out one thing. All it takes is one thing to be left out, and you're disproven. And the thing that it leaves out is cartilage. Cartilage precedes bone.
Listen, it describes embryology. It describes all the things.
Sir, you have to now disprove what I said. I'm telling you, this is my point. I'm telling you cartilage is formed first, and then osteocytes replace the cartilage. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. In an embryo, your Quran does not mention that, meaning it leaves it out. So you have to now disprove what I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Ask any doctor, any specialist in anatomy or in embryology. They will tell you that cartilage forms first and then bone replaces that cartilage. Your Quran leaves it out.
Listen, right? You're not correct. That's not what he asked me. That has nothing to do with.
Yes, it is. Sir, 3.2 thousand people heard you. Heard you say it.
He asked me, do bone come before flesh? That's what he asked me.
No, that's not. Yes, that was his point. I'm on a different point. I am now refuting your claim. I am saying that the Quran leaves out one stage of development, cartilage, which is very important for the formation of bone. Your Quran does not mention it, and you claimed that that verse contains every single detail about embryology. It clearly does not, meaning you have been proven false. Therefore, you have to make good on your bet. And I ask anybody in the chat who disagrees with me to tell me where I'm wrong in my logic there.
But yeah. So again, my Cash App and my Venmo are in my bio.
Oh, and I have Venmo in my too. I'm a WMAT. No, it's all right. No, I'm being serious because Parker bet you a very specific thing.
You hear me? You couldn't hear me the first time, right?
Yeah,
Hello?
we can hear you there.
Yeah. Okay. What I said was, I never said that it lists every single detail about embryo. I said it explains.
No.
That fully explains. I don't know what fully explains means to you.
I said it explains. You said it vaguely. I said it.
Hey, I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do, Middle Path. I have this recorded, so I'm going to end my recording right now, and I can send you. I can send you the recording of you saying it, and then if you don't do it, I will even go through insofar as literally applying this, because actually, I'm not joking. You literally engaged in a bet, unironically. That is a verbal agreement.
Listen, I said he's talking about. It skipped a detail something about cartilage, right?
That's one of the details that it forgets.
It explains the stages of embryology. I didn't say.
No, it doesn't. Cartilage formation is one of the stages. It leaves it out. I can also leave out another stage. Fine. You know what? I'll move past that. Let's go to another stage. Where in those verses is the egg mentioned? It doesn't mention an ovum at all. It only focuses on the sperm. The egg is needed for fertilization. The egg is not mentioned. There is no Arabic word applied in those verses for ovum.
Oh, yes, it is. I got it right here for you, buddy.
What's the word? What's the word in that verse that he cited? What is the word used for ovum?
96.
Stages of the embryo. It's talking about
ovum. Where in the verse?
Yo, can we get a W, Patricia, in the chat? Thank you for the $50 on Cash App, Patricia. Thank you so much. W, Patricia.
W.
So clock.
No. We talking about this. We talking about this in this
Created
specific.
man from a clinging substance. Tell him to go to Surah clock.
No. We talking about this specific Surah. What you mean? It's talking about the clinging when we made the clot into a clinging clot.
We are way before that. Way before that.
That's what do you mean?
Then we made the nut foot into a clot, a piece of thick.
That's the embryo. What are you talking about, buddy?
Yeah, that's the.
No, hold on. Where does it say a sperm travels up to meet an ovum to be fertilized?
What you mean?
That's one of the processes. That's one of the processes of embryology.
We talking about the process for the sperm to get to them. No, that's before the embryo. We talking about
no. Hold on, no. Fertilization is one of the stages, right? Fertilization is the first stage.
No, we're talking about stages of development of the embryo. Once it's already fertilized, we're not talking about.
No. Your verse mentioned sperm. It mentioned sperm.
Yeah, sperm. The sperm mixes together.
But it doesn't mention the sperm meeting the egg and fertilizing the egg, which is the first stage.
Oh yeah. I got a verse for you.
Listen, you trying to
is the official classical Arabic dictionary used within academia. You are adding to the verse.
Listen. I'm reading. No,
Wait, hold on. I just want to say something to the chat real quick. Hold up. I was looking for that one song, the money, dollar, ching, ching, bling, bling.
But
you know that song? Does anyone know that song?
I'm reading it from the Quran. I'm not adding
you're reading. Oh my god! No, you're reading an English translation, right? The problem is that translation is adding. It's adding to the word. The word does not include female fluid. It simply means a drop of seed or a drop of semen.
Oh, Caitlin, thank you so much for the $10. Can we get a W for Caitlin in the chat as well?
And
Thank you so much, Caitlin.
I even gave you a source to back up my claim. Lane's lexicon, the number one, the most cited classical Arabic lexicon used in academia. It does not mention female fluid.
Hold on.
Bro is gasping for air.
So I've already mentioned the cartilage point. I've already mentioned the point about the very first stage. I can mention another point about what Parker mentioned about blood. There is no congealed blood within an embryo. Congealed blood means that it has clotting factors, and there's nothing there that it talks about it. I mean, again, read any modern embryologic textbook. This is not hard stuff.
I will give them a second to continue looking. Everyone, in the meantime, tap that screen. Let's run it up to 500,000 likes. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App in the bio, like always, everyone. We're about to get this $1,000 and move it on to the next person here very soon, chat. And we'll get back to the topic here in a second, chat. We'll give it a second, everyone. Baby Stewie, yes, this is for Stewie, chat. It's for Stewie. All right. Oh, I don't know what they're doing right now. We'll give them a second, everyone. We'll see if they stay, or it's gonna be the second person that's not gonna send it after arguing that they would. That's the second person that's done this.
I know.
We'll give them a second though. No more fluids talk, please. Okay, that's a bit wild. Am I
true? You know, it's kind of hard to talk about the embryo and stuff without talking about fluids, when it's literally just surrounded by fluids.
I was just trolling.
Yeah, I know. Fluid is like
I think it's like impossible. Like you have to talk about that. Yeah. I literally am right.
Listen, it's sexually discharged. That's what it says in the Quran. Mixed drop of male and female sexually discharged.
So again, you think that the Quran fully explains embryology?
Yeah, it says a mixed drop of male and female sexual discharge.
It doesn't say that. I'm sorry. You're lying. You're adding to your own word.
What do this say? I'm reading from the Quran on my phone right now.
Nutfa literally means a drop of seed. You are adding to the verse.
Listen, right? No, that's how the verse is explained.
You're reading it online, and I bet I can tell you. I bet I can tell you the translation.
I'm reading it off. Matter of fact, you can.
Yes. You're reading off the computer, and guess what? I bet I can tell you which translation.
It's a Quran. Go to Quran Explorer right now. Download the app on your phone. It's called Quran Explorer, and put it on the screen for the audience. Quran Explorer. Download the app right now.
Look at any other English translation. It won't say that. Look at the Arabic. It won't say that. It says one word, and that word means drop of seed. That's all it means. You're adding to the word. And unless you can disprove my contention... Okay, I gave you a source on that, by the way. Okay, I gave you a source. Lane's lexicon. You have given me no source. I want to know where you're getting...
I just told you the source. Go to Quran Explorer. Download the app and look at it.
No, hold on. You didn't let me finish. What I was saying was you need to give me the source for where that word is being translated from. How are they translating that word to which they are getting that point, meaning that it means two fluids? I'm giving you my source.
Go to the
Lane's lexicon.
Go to the tafsir. Go to the tafsir then. Go to tafsir Ibn Kathir.
Which tafsir?
Ibn Kathir.
Okay, and you're saying... And you're saying that the tafsir from that person says that it is fluid from both a man and a woman that lead to this. That's what you're saying.
I'm gonna pull up the tafsir my own self. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, dude. This is. I have a feeling that this money is never going to witness my
I
Cash
don't think
App.
so either. I don't think
It's
so.
never.
I don't
It's
think so
never
either.
going to be safe in my Cash App. You know. So, I don't know, man. I feel like this guy is never going to actually engage. I want to play the clip again for everyone, just so everyone can fully hear this again.
I'm not. You're not right. What you mean? You didn't prove me wrong. I'm telling you what I'm reading from my Quran right now.
Oh, you want to put $100,000 on it?
A leech. You're referring to that as a leech?
So you want to put $100,000 on its
Yeah, sure.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
The level of explanation.
Wait,
Oh, he actually said 100K.
Oh God! Oh God!
I said 1,000. Go
All
to
stages
that.
of embryology fully.
I guarantee you it is. We can bet. Yeah, let's
Full
put
explanation of embryology.
Let's put $1,000 on it.
$1,000 on it. Full so
Yes.
you will give me $1,000 if
Yes,
the
sir.
Quran does not fully explain embryology. Fully.
Yes. And I would tell you this.
Oh,
that the
okay.
The person.
That's wild, bro. You said it. Okay. Now we clearly know that you do not fully explain embryology within the context of the Quran. Everyone knows this. This is not a disputed fact. Okay. No one makes the claim that there's a full explanation of embryology in the Quran that like actually knows what they're talking about. Okay. No one makes that claim.
And by the way, I have, because I'm not waiting. I looked up this tafsir that you mentioned, and I'm reading what he says about it. He doesn't say what you said he said. He says literally what I said. He says right here, it says, then from the nufta, then from the nufta.
Put it on the screen so I can see it.
Okay, all right. Parker, I'm going to turn my screen on.
Yeah, go for it. Do you see this middle path?
Put it on the big screen. Yeah, I see it.
Hey, yeah. So this is, you should just scan this real quick, okay?
Can you make my screen big, Parker?
Yeah. I need him to
Yeah.
scan it. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next person real quick. Or not next person. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
No,
That
it's
was,
all
just,
right.
that
All
was
right.
muscle memory, chat.
I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit. No, it's,
Can't see
yeah.
that. Parker, pull
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Here. I have it. I'm going to read it to you.
I
This
can't
is
make him
proving
bigger
that
than this.
that I have it here. Okay. Here's what it says. Then from a nufta, meaning then he made his offspring from semen of despised water.
Nutful. That's
Yes.
what you mean. That's not the explanation of the verse. That's the verse. It's not the explanation of it. You reading the verse yourself.
No.
No, you are.
He said meaning. Then from it, meaning. Then he made his offspring from semen of despised water.
You're reading the now. Go to the bottom of the explanation of how the Prophet ﷺ and the companions understood the verse. Go to the bottom of that. Go down.
That is the tafsir. He's explaining it.
No, it should be it's hadiths under there explaining how the verse is understood.
No. This is not hadith. This is a tafsir. They are very different. You asked me for a tafsir, not a hadith.
Where do you think they derive the explanation from? They deriving from the hadiths. Or the explanation.
Bro, you asked me for a tafsir. I'm giving you the tafsir with what he said about the verse.
Okay.
To the
We're never going to get it,
interval.
everyone. We're never going to get our money, chat.
I was vibing to some Snoop.
Chat, what is going on? I couldn't find the money. I looked it up and it wouldn't come up, chat.
Wait, do you mean it goes, does it go...
It goes
wait,
money,
sing it again?
dollar,
Okay.
ching, ching, ba, bling, bling. I looked it up and it didn't come up. Does anyone remember that song? What is that song? It's by ABBA?
Oh, no. Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talks. Here comes the money. Dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling.
Yes. Here comes the money.
Yeah, here.
Okay, we're gonna look that up.
Yeah.
And then I'll finally get to play it. I wanted to make this.
Shane McMahon. McMahon.
Yeah, I see it.
Here comes the money.
Yeah. Yeah. My money. Why couldn't I get that first? Come on, that would have been so much more funny if y'all were caught off guard. Come
Sure.
on. That would have been so much better if I wasn't just like brain dead and I could find it. Here you go.
And by the
buddy.
way, screenshot that. By the way, we don't even have to talk about this whole Nufta thing because he didn't refute my cartilage before bone thing. So, like, the cartilage before bone thing also disproves it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Let's go. Can we get W in chat? This is an iconic moment when the second person
iconic.
ran from the same bed.
hey, Nina.
Literally, two people who are religious. Like that's literally a sin, dude. You're never gonna give me that money. I highly doubt that, but sure. I have you added. All right. I'll see, bro. Matt, if I get some money, I'm giving you some.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no.
You fucking
good.
deserve it for this, bro.
If you get money from him, I will be, one, very surprised, but two, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but I appreciate it. That's all great. So
Yeah, I'm doing so either way.
Okay, well,
It's not
thank
your
you for
choice,
having
buddy.
me.
You're getting the money.
Thank you, chat.
All right, I'll
Bye,
see you,
Parker.
Matt.
Bye.
All right, chat. It's the first time we won $1,000 on the app, everyone. For the first time we won around $1,000. By the way, everyone, we got a little less than 3 hours left in the live. If you like my content, follow me if you're ready. Let's go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. He did not send it yet. No, he did not get it yet. We essentially have won the money, but we have not got it yet. He's still he's gonna message me. So we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. If you think that I should go to hell, y'all. Only send a guest request if you think that I should go to hell. All right. Parker, you never know? Never know what? All right, let's get to the next individual. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. If you are just looking for some debates, y'all. Only send a guest request if you think I should go to hell. All right. It's not accepting this individual. We're going to click the next. All right, everyone. Let's go to the next person here real quick. Topic change. We're going to do a different topic tomorrow. Free subs if he sends the money. Yes, I will give free subs. Actually, by the way, should we do like a like goal today? And if we hit the like goal, I'll give away free subs. What do y'all think about that? I have some free subs I can give away.
What's up, dude?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 24.
For sure. Okay, chat. If we hit 2 million likes today, we're gonna give away. We'll go 7 subs, chat. 7 subs. Okay. All right. So yeah, do you think I should go to hell?
I don't really know you that well, but
I'm agnostic. I
would say based off your like, it seems like you get like I've watched your lives a few times, and I enjoy it, dude. You're like you're kind of like a liberal Ben Shapiro, you know. If that's a compliment, but I would say that yeah, dude, you probably should go to hell, bro. Just because it's like you're using your platform to almost kind of like convert people to the opposite of Christianity.
Are you Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay, so then what is your notion of hell?
I think hell is just like, when you die, you go to this fiery place.
Do you get burnt alive?
Well, you're dead, so you can't really get burnt alive. However, I think your soul...
Do you experience it?
Have I experienced it?
No, do you experience it?
Do you experience hell?
Yeah.
I think your soul does.
Okay, so you do experience torture in heaven. I mean, hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think I should be tortured because I don't know and I don't believe?
Yeah, I do, bro. Do I think that that's like a just thing? No, but for me with Christianity, it's like my biggest way of...
You would think it's justified.
Can I keep speaking? My biggest way of trying to not be cognitively dissonant, if that's a word or a phrase, about it is, just with the Bible, it claims, that we don't know, we can never really truly understand God. And that's okay. Like, I think knowing that we can't understand God is cool,
Yeah, so the idea is that it would be justified because God is all knowing, all powerful, and all good, which provides a conditional statement that if God engages in a particular behavior or action, right, then it would be considered good. So if I would go to hell, given the fact that I don't believe, well, then that means it would be justified for me to go to hell.
Okay. So I guess for me, it's like, what do we have to? And I heard you talk about this the other day when I tried to join and I was in the car, and you're like, "Are you in the car?" And I was like, "No, bro, I'm not in the car." But I really was in the car. You caught me. But so I guess for us to like understand this, we have to kind of define what is God, right? So to me, what I see as God being is like, yes, the Christian God is supposed to be made in the shape of man, or it's supposed to be like man, but I kind of see it more as just like this higher power that we just don't understand. And I'm okay with that. I mean, do you believe in a higher power?
No. So if it's just something that we don't understand, I don't see how that, if we can't conceptualize of it, how possibly we could believe in something that we don't conceptualize in this particular scenario. Also, I don't think that necessarily describes like my point here, because you are saying it's justified for me to go to hell then, right? If I do go to hell.
Based off, the Bible and things like that.
Okay. So yeah, so given that I don't know and I don't believe, it's justified for me to go to hell and suffer for eternity and be tortured. Okay. That would be one thing. I have a question. This is someone wanted me to ask you. Do you think that say there was a P3DO raping a child and cops see that this is happening, they can stop it and they choose not to stop it? Did they do something wrong?
If they were doing what to a child?
Yeah, if a P3DO was raping a child, right, and cops see this happening and they can stop it, right, should they stop it?
Yeah, I think so.
So if God sees a P3DO raping a child, right, can stop it, should he stop it?
Well, that's the thing about God, right? It's like we don't know, we don't fully understand it. I mean, if we go back, and I like using this analogy personally because it's like, obviously it's hard to believe in something we can't see and stuff that we don't know about. But and I'm probably using the wrong years and stuff, so don't quote me on that necessarily. But I mean, if we look at 500 years ago or whenever it was, before we had microscopes or before we had these ways that looking at certain diseases, whatever it may be, if I were to tell you hey, dude, I can actually look through a microscope and show you this virus or this bacteria, you'd be like, nah, dude, that's not possible. Or maybe you would say that, or maybe you wouldn't say that. So that's how I choose to look at certain things with God or whatever it may be. It's maybe we just haven't had the evolved technology quite yet to see it, but I get your point with the P3DO thing. Yeah, it's fucked up that, bad things happen to people. It is fucked up and it's really hard to explain. But for me, trying to be a Christian with intellectual consistencies, and I know that's kind of a weird phrase to put in the same statement, but for me to be a Christian with intellectual consistencies, it's I just have to know that there's certain things that I'll never be able to understand, and I'm okay with that.
So it's necessarily rules for thee, but not rules for me, right? Because it's the exact same type of action. We're saying it's good for, it's good for humans to save them, but we're not saying it's good for God to save them. So that seems to just be special pleading in that scenario if we can't identify a relevant distinction between the two actions.
Okay, do you think that you could probably take that analogy and flip it to make it work the other way?
What do you mean?
So you're saying that it's okay for humans to save them, but not okay for God to save them? There's a situation where it works in the opposite way, where
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think there's a way in which my preference would be that they shouldn't save the child. I think that's a ridiculous statement, because then you're saying it's good to let the P3DO rape the child?
No. I'm just referring to your analogy to.
Well, that's actually what you'd have to say.
God,
if it does happen, you have to say that it's good for God to allow it to happen.
Well, I don't think that it's good for God to allow it to happen. I just think that it's one of those things where we don't understand everything. Without bad, there kind of is no good.
So if you don't think it's good, well, then the idea here is that you're going to be considering that this circumstance is something that God should not have done. Right? Then it would be evil, right?
Well, when I look at it, dude, like I don't look at like every little certain situation as like a God allowing things to happen type thing. Like, yeah, it's fucked up, but that's like why there's heaven and that's why there's hell and that's why there's good and that's why there's bad.
Why can't God send us directly to heaven? Like right away?
Why can't God send us directly to heaven? I think he does for kids, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, for like aborted fetuses. So that indicates that it's logically possible. Do you agree that heaven is better than earth?
Hold on, let's go back to that really quick. So what'd you say about unborn fetuses?
Unborn fetuses typically people would say that they go to heaven if they're aborted, right? Yet they didn't experience something on earth necessarily.
Can we use just like kids as well? Or does it have to
kids would have experience. The reason why I use unborn fetuses is specifically because they haven't reached a stage in which they are able to experience things.
Okay, well, do you think like kids who really aren't old enough yet to make choices or like wise enough, like with the Christian God?
Oh no, you still don't think you believe in age of accountability, right? But like the idea is not necessarily referencing age of accountability. The idea is referencing that they didn't need to go to earth in order for them to experience heaven in the same way that we experience heaven if we did go to earth, indicating that earth in of itself is unnecessary, logically speaking. And if it's unnecessary, well, then we'd be expected not to be on earth, or actually entailed not to be on earth. We'd be entailed to be in heaven. Because it would be evil to put us unnecessarily on earth, because then we're putting us unnecessarily in the harms of genocide, in the harms of child sex trafficking, the harms of severe illness and weather, right? Things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm kind of having a hard time keeping up with you.
No, it's fine. It's just, it's just like the idea is that God's all knowing, all powerful, and all good, right? That means that God's going to generate the best possible reality. If there's a better reality than we exist in that God logically could have put us in, well, then we would entail to be in that reality. Because the only limiter for why we wouldn't be able to be in a particular reality would be the contradictions.
Okay. Let me catch up to that too, dude, bro. I'm really not that smart. Hold on. Okay, I think I got it. But I get what you're saying, dude. And, what I'm trying to go back on though is like your question here. Why should I go to hell? So I guess for me, if we look at, and this might not be the best comparison, but if we look at like an election or something like that, right? And you see someone that goes out and they try to bring a bunch of people to vote for someone, opposed to someone who's trying to bring a bunch of people to not vote for someone. Like, I personally think with your platform, like your goal is to, maybe not your whole goal, but I really feel like you're using your platform in a sense to like push people away from God.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
because I think that ultimately my notion here is that like they aren't going to be able to hold rational views as it relates to believing in God, right? Ultimately, I would like them to critically think, right? First, like it's not necessarily like the goal isn't like, okay, you've dropped God immediately. The goal is to critically think about your beliefs. You could still try to do that retaining a belief in God, but ultimately speaking, my idea here is that retaining the belief in God is something that we see as unreasonable because it doesn't have sufficient evidence for us to believe in. And I mean, the same thing could be posited for other types of theories as well when it relates to other religions or when it relates to other types of beliefs. We shouldn't just believe in hypotheses that don't have any type of evidence to justify them to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you
also it's like it has been used throughout the context of history to say that certain things are wrong. Like I do a topic all the time, why is being gay wrong? Because people will come up and argue that being gay is wrong, right? Which is a predisposition towards discriminating against gay people, right? Because of their religious beliefs. So the faith that they have for these different religious beliefs influences, right, socially what their attitudes are about other people. Okay, so it does impact society. So I have to keep in mind that the way in which we critically think is going to impact us, and that I think that we should talk about through the context of religion. That's why I do these lives.
Do you think, and like, kind of like really think about this? Do you think you have anything else against God other than that?
Against God? I don't have anything against a God. I don't believe in a God, so I can't have anything against something I don't believe in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your life?
Absolutely.
What would you say is your favorite part about your life?
Like my career, like what I do here.
Okay. Would you say that it's super? Are you super happy and do you feel fortunate to be given the opportunity of life?
The way that I've lived my life, yeah. Like if I was born in a different state of affairs, I wouldn't believe the same thing, though. Like, if I was born in a state of affairs where I was, like, in bad conditions, right, I would not like that. But given the fact that I was born in the position I am, given the fact that I have the opportunities that I have, right, clearly I would prefer to live in a world in which I am myself, right?
Are you happy that your parents didn't abort you?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Do you think abortion's wrong?
Not in the first trimester. Would I thought it's wrong if my parents did it? No, not in the first trimester.
Okay. Do you think being gay is wrong?
Do I think being gay is wrong? No.
All right, that's good.
Do you?
I don't think it's wrong, but I think like people are allowed to have their own opinion on if something's wrong or right. And like, of course, your opinion needs to be validated. Like, you need to be able to answer.
What do you mean by allowed to have their own opinion? Like legally? Sure, yeah.
No, not even legally. Just like I should, like, if I thought it was wrong, like, that's cool. Like, I'm okay to think it's wrong. Because like that's the beauty of like freedom of thought and freedom of speech and stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay for them to think that. You'd still think it's wrong, right? Because of the way that you view someone, right? Maybe you don't think it that way. If someone were to think that like, I don't know, that interracial marriage is wrong, right? Would you say that's just acceptable?
For someone to think that way?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But it's hard. It's kind of hard to compare interracial marriage with like.
No, I'm just saying, is there any types of values that someone could have that you'd be like, okay, yeah, that's kind of wild. I'm not.
Well,
I'm going to say that's not really acceptable, right?
If you're going to use that analogy, like, why shouldn't we use? Well, no, that's kind of night and day. I was going to say why is it not like wrong to marry a kid? You know?
Yeah. Well, we'd have reason, right? Consent.
Yeah.
Meaningfully agree. You don't have that capacity as a child.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, bro. I guess, being gay isn't wrong. I just wanted to debate it.
Okay.
But right now I'm kind of drawing blanks.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Arad?
I don't know, dude. I just think that, like, Parker, dude, I don't want to see you go to hell, bro. I don't know you, man, but I think you would.
Don't worry. You're not going to have to.
But you don't know that, bro. You don't know if you're going to go to heaven or like you don't know for sure that there's not a heaven or a hell.
This notion of hell, I'm pretty positive that this is not true.
What about heaven?
Yeah, same with heaven. Pretty positive that's not true either.
But why not? Why not? Just do it just in case, bro.
Why don't you do that about other religions? Are you scared of the hell in Islam or the hell in Judaism?
I just think, being a good person. So we have to put being a good person with like, I guess Christianity was founded, or religion itself was founded to try and keep people acting a certain way, like to make sure people don't go out and fucking murder other people. And there's just kind of a beauty in.
We've had morals and empathy prior to Christianity.
Yeah, but would you say that like the benefits of Christianity with like, people
outweigh the negatives? No.
But would you say that there are some benefits to it?
Sure.
Which are?
It says that certain things I think are wrong. Like lying in specific scenarios is wrong. Like it says murder is wrong. It says cheating is wrong, like adultery. Things like that. It would be right within those particular respects, under my view. Right, but within the rest,
Yeah. But is murder really wrong, though?
And by definition, it is, yeah. Murder is unjust killing of a human person. That's by definition, unjustified means wrong.
So you're unjust, okay.
So you're just saying wrong. If you dispute that, then you're just saying that contradictions can exist.
But is KI-double-Ling wrong?
It depends on the context. Like, is self-defense wrong? No. But
What if
when it's unjustified, it is.
What if you're doing it to benefit yourself?
But just for the benefit of yourself? No, then it's wrong.
Okay. But if it's like a benefit of a few other things, it's okay.
If it's self-defense.
Like if I needed to
if you're defending yourself from dying or from being severely injured, then yes, you can.
But if I needed to like KI-double-L someone to benefit my family,
no, that would not be justified. No.
Okay, so where does the line get drawn there?
Self-defense.
Self-defense is the cutoff.
Them violating your rights, yeah. Given a specific level of threshold. So it'd all be contextual to different circumstances. I'm not a generalist.
Have you like really taken the time to think about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
that's the whole distinction between generalism and particularism is about whether or not moral principles are applicable in all scenarios. And I don't think that there's some secret sauce we can say is applicable in every single scenario to say that something is wrong. I think it's going to be contextual to different circumstances based upon different types of values or goals that we have.
Okay. Well, again, dude, I appreciate you for bringing me on. But
appreciate it.
Parker, I'd love to see you in heaven, bro.
All right, for sure, man.
I'd love to get you in there, brother. Good to see you, man.
All right, peace out. Tell Sarah I said hi. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 71. Share the live copy link. Send it to a few friends. Only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get on to the next individual. Please only do send a guest request if you think that being gay is wrong or immoral. All right, it didn't accept this person. Only send a guest request if you do disagree. Oh my gosh. Why do people say wrong topic? Oh, wait, did I say something? What did I say? Do what I say. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, my muscle memory is absolute. Did I say being gay or immoral? Did I say that? If you think that I should go to hell, send a guest request right now. Sorry, chat. Like my brain sometimes is just like, on that mode, it just switches modes, tap that screen, y'all. Again, if we hit 2 million likes, we're going to go, and give away 7 free subs, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How old are you?
Oh. What?
How old are you?
I'm twice as old as you. What's wrong with you, man? Can't you see my picture?
Dude, I can't see your picture. It's too small.
You think I'm a little kid? How old do you think I am?
Dude, I ask every single person who comes on my live that question.
Okay, I didn't know your standard policy. Okay, so you have a policy.
Yeah, I have to do so to make sure that people are 18 plus so that they don't get banned. But yeah, do you think that guy should go to hell?
Okay, what condition? Are you an atheist?
I'm agnostic, yeah.
Oh, agnostic. Oh, okay. I thought you were an atheist. So
yeah, it means I don't know. I don't believe in the Abrahamic religions, though. I think that they're false.
They don't have an Abraham. Okay, I'm not the one to cast you to hell. But however, do you believe is there a God? Is there a possibility that there's a God?
Other notions than the Abrahamic religion? There's a possibility, logically, yeah, sure.
Okay, so why don't you take the route or the road of that, conceptualize that there's perhaps a God, then let's try to move in that road towards knowing who he is.
Well, there's also perhaps a tooth fairy that created the universe,
Tooth fairy?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about tooth fairy.
Wait, that's logically possible for the tooth fairy to create the universe.
No,
it's logically
that's
possible
not-
for
that's
Thanos to have
illogical.
created the universe.
Illogical. Incomprehensible.
I am being logical. It is logically possible for those things to occur. I don't see a contradiction. Thanos is eternal. Thanos created the universe.
No, not possible.
Why is that not possible?
Well, in the realms that you're talking about, is there a planet called Jupiter? And before we came to know the Jupiter, there was a planet. However, to say a fairy tale in what you're saying, somehow on the realm of being logic, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense.
I could say the same thing about your belief.
I know you could.
Okay. So like it's just not going to be possible then, based upon your same reasoning.
No. I think from a spirituality, for more objective morality that we have, good and evil, isn't it a little bit more understanding that there is got to be something that beyond our intellectual that designed us, and perhaps
No, not like a god. No, it could be a prior naturalistic state.
Excuse me?
It could be a prior naturalistic state.
Are you a naturalist, or you believe?
I'm not a naturalist. I'm just saying what's possible.
Anything's possible. Anything is
no,
possible.
not anything. As long as it's logically possible, it's possible. Like what? Yeah, if something is possible, it's possible. Is that a wild statement to make?
Yeah, it is a wild statement. I think more or less your agnostic I think tendency has you on the belief that perhaps there is a God. I think you're leaning towards that.
Nope.
I believe so. Come on, in your heart, you believe.
In my heart, I'm not leaning towards a God's existence.
You're not willing to. To open up to that.
That's actually that's not what I said at all. So I'm willing to open up to evidence, but I'm not willing to believe something that is irrational.
Evidence.
Yeah, if there's evidence of your belief, I will believe
you. Evidence. It's not possible to empirically invest. But
okay, well, then there's going to be no movement.
Excuse me?
Then there's going to be no movement, because evidence isn't just empirical. Evidence can also be rational proofs.
Rational proofs?
Mm-hmm.
Have you given yourself open to have rational proofs?
Yeah.
Because I have rational proofs within myself that there is God by my personal experience. Just because you haven't had that awareness of personal experience, you can't not deny that God does not exist. I think you better talk to
So I deny that God exists your God exists based upon contradiction.
What contradictions is there that would otherwise...
You believe in Christianity,
suggest?
right?
Excuse me?
You believe in Christianity, right? I'm guessing because you have Jesus in your bio. I mean, in your name.
I'm Jesus only, Trinitarian bashing, and one God only.
Oh, so you don't hold to the Trinity?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, good. Yeah, I'm sorry. It is really bad, the Trinity.
Why? Why is it that bad?
Well, you can't make sense of it unless you go to partialism.
Or the oneness? The one modalist concept? Sabellianism?
No, parts make up a whole.
Excuse me?
You can't make sense of it unless you say it's parts make up a whole. You can't say that they're all 100% God.
Okay, if I'm not a Trinitarian, you're right. I can't make that possibility how they all can be three gods in a universe that believe there's only one. And the Abrahamic says there's one God. Here is the God, there's one. And then the Trinitarian come and evolve with three gods. So I don't quite understand that. And I did come off from the Catholic religion, so I do understand their beliefs in Trinity. However, the most high God. Now, let's go back to why you said, why should I go to hell? I think you're a smart guy. I've listened to you intensely over some period. I think your counterpart is Q-Top. Do you know Q-Top?
Oh my God, dude. That's so gross. Yeah, please just go to my YouTube. Go to my live streams. The one with the most amount of views. Watch that at 1 hour and 44 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I supposed?
You can hear what he said.
Oh, he says so. You and him are in qualms, right? He has you on your okay. But he should have a little understanding that you are evolving. You're a young man. It sounds like you're in your 20s. So there's time for you to experience life that will bring you to that awareness. So I don't utterly condemn you, but at this stage of your life, because you don't believe that there's a God, you condemn yourself. God doesn't condemn you. But are you going to hell if you remain in this road? Answer is absolutely yes.
What is hell?
Hell is a place where you eternally, I think there's two hell. Okay, I don't know if you understand the concept of Hades, Gehenna, the Greek terminologies.
I don't know what you're trying to reference.
Okay, so in the Greek they have what is got Hades. Hades is a place where you go when you die. It's a place where God sends all souls that coexist, rejected his love and mercy. They go in a holding place. It's called Hades. It's a waiting period. It's a holding cell, or somebody called solitary confinement, where it holds all the souls that rejected eternal God, Jesus Christ, the Abrahamic belief, and they stay there until waiting judgment.
Yeah, so they wait till judgment and then they go to hell.
Excuse me. And then they go to what is called the Gehenna. Gehenna is the lake of fire. It's the final destination of souls who rejected the eternal God. And when they reject the eternal God, they stand in judgment. God is going to give you, Parker, a body. You're going to stand before God. He'll judge you for all the bad things you did and all the good things you did in this life. And then he objectly rejects you and casts you into the lake of fire where you'll burn forever and ever and ever. Somebody says it's not a lie. It's not purgatory. I don't teach purgatory.
Okay, so you think I will suffer for eternity, right?
I don't want you to, because I love you, Parker. I think you're an intelligent young man. I think one day you will come to realize that there is a God. But I don't want you to go in the path of the Trinity. Find the path of the oneness, Godhead, Jesus Christ is the Father in human form. Find that path.
Okay, so you think I'm going to go to an eternal suffering. So you think
Yes.
that it's justified to send me to eternal suffering because I simply don't know that God exists and I don't believe. Do you think that's coercive for God to say either you follow me, you believe that I exist, or you go to eternal suffering?
You think it's
coercive? Yeah.
You think he's forcing you there? No.
I think it's coercive.
No. You
Okay.
made that decision.
Tony,
You made
if
that
I
decision.
say have
No,
sex with
you
me
made
or
the
I'm going
choice.
to an infinite place of suffering,
Yes.
right? Did you consent to having sex with me? Sex with me?
What?
Yeah. If I say have sex with me or I'm going to send you to an internal state where you're suffering, did you consent to having sex with me?
No.
No. So there was coercion.
No, there's no coercion here. God never coerced you to.
No, in the scenario that I brought up, is there
in
coercion?
your scenario, yeah, it sounds like coercion.
Dude, it's literally the exact same thing. It's do what I want. It's do what I want, or you're gonna go to hell, right? That's literally the same thing.
Okay, no, it is not. Okay, let me give you a scenario. Let's say your dad says, if you don't go to school, you've been skipping school, you just go to school, don't go to find out yourself in school today. He's going to punish you. Okay? He's going to take maybe that car he's given you. He's going to take everything that you have.
Yes, that's coercion.
No, it's not coercion. You disobey.
That is
your
literally
dad's rules.
coercion.
He says he wants you to go to class.
You're saying
In
do
fact,
this
your
or
dad
go to
wanted
class.
you to be a doctor.
You can say whether or not you
Your
think
dad
that coercion
wanted
is
you to be a
justified,
doctor.
but
You
that
didn't
is
adopt your
absolute
doctor.
coercion.
He punished you, right? Did your dad wanted you to become a doctor? Because I heard you said your dad is a doctor, right?
My dad did not want me to be a doctor. He
No?
didn't care.
You didn't care?
No.
I'm surprised that your dad didn't care to become a doctor. Didn't he push you to become a doctor?
No. He actually just let me find out whatever I want to do.
Is your mom a doctor?
No, my mom's a nurse.
Wow. So he's a surgeon?
He's an anesthesiologist.
Oh, wow. And anesthesia, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, they get paid very well. That's very good, right? So you're a bright man. I think I'm not going to say you're going to hell because you could change. I don't know the scope of what will change. Because you're what, 25?
I'm 21.
21? Okay. I thought you were on that. Okay, you look like Eric.
Damn, I look old now. Some people think I look like
you gotta
16
be
or 17, and then some people are like, yeah, you're like 25. The oldest I've heard is like 28, 29, and I was confused with that. That was in person, so I don't know how that happened.
No, you got a baby face. You look like you're 18. Okay.
25.
25. Anyhow, so I would never come in and be prognosed. I'm not a prophet to come up here and say you are going to hell, because I do understand people do change.
Wait, no, here's like the hypothetical I'm asking. Like, if I were to die right now, would I go to hell?
Yes.
Okay, so you think I should go to hell if I were to die right now? That's kind of like the question.
I don't think you should go to hell. I think
there's a conditional statement. If God
repent
if God sends me to hell, given the fact that I didn't believe, there's a conditional statement that if God did something, then it's good. So if something is good, then there's a statement that you should engage in that good behavior, right?
Okay, there is parameters, because if your dad loved.
Necessarily, it depends on what the parameters are. Though.
If you have kids and you don't give them parameters or boundaries,
no, I said necessarily. You do.
No
like
love.
You give them parameters, right? But like typically, like it would just depend on what the parameters are about. Like I wouldn't give my kid parameters about, like, say they're 18, 20 years old. I'm not going to give them parameters as it relates to say like who they can date, right? If they're an adult.
Okay. So I come from one of the strictest religions in the world, is that we don't believe in dating. We don't believe if it's a dating, then it has to be the purpose of marrying that individual. So we do, because we don't want them to get into the realms of, fornication. So we give them that parameters for them so they don't go.
W fornication.
Huh?
I said W fornication.
Who's W fornication?
Me. W fornication.
What? So then you
hell yeah, dude.
To go to hell.
We love fornication.
What?
Yeah, fornication is a W.
No, brother, you have to change your ways.
Dude, what do you mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with me being with my girlfriend before marriage. I have no issue with that.
Well, then you have that something you have to deal with God and your eternal destiny, which you're dismissing.
Yeah, if this God exists, but like, dude, come on, right? Really, I don't think you could name me anything wrong with sex before marriage.
You ever read the Bible?
I have read aspects. I haven't read the whole thing.
How much? Have you read Revelation?
Vaguely, not like a lot.
Revelations 20, verse 11 on. What does it say? And it says that the one that sat on the throne, he's going to judge all those that went to hell. And he has books written of everything you did on this life, good or bad. So if you committed fornication, he had it down. He has the day, the time that you committed.
No, then I get to remember the first time I was with my girlfriend. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's got on there. He's got it on there.
That's cute.
What is it cute?
That's cute. I get to remember the first time. Aww.
You're violating his very parameters that he set. He said, thou shalt not commit adultery. And not also, thou shalt not commit fornication.
So like, again, I just don't believe that I'm ever going to be in a situation like that. You'd have to give me reason to believe that. Like, I actually really do think that like the problems against Christianity are really fucking strong. Sorry for the swearing. I think they're really, really strong. Okay, go ahead.
So what are you saying? Do morals are morals? We shouldn't have morals? We shouldn't have objective morals? We should have subjective morals? That's what you say.
I wasn't making a claim about should or shouldn't have objective or subjective morals. But I think that we do have subjective morality.
You think we have subjective morality?
Absolutely.
What is your subjective morality in your thought? To go and do whatever you want, and then if it's okay for everybody, it's okay for you, it's okay for everybody to do?
I have particular standards on morality. It wouldn't be everything I want in like another context, but what I want when it relates to morality.
Okay, let me ask you. You commit fornication with a girl, you have fun, and then one day you wake up and say, "No, I want to dump this girl." Don't you think she's going to be hurt? Don't you hurt her feelings? Or let's say she dumped you.
I think that even if we didn't have sex, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt the poor girl. You're gonna hurt. She's gonna walk away from you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just wake up and do that though. That's not what works with me. I'm not gonna just wake up and do that though. Regardless of whether or not we had sex, that would still hurt though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why there should be some parameters to protect each other from getting hurt. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in life, anyways. We get hurt by it. I mean, you're gonna get hurt whether it's your parents, your brother, your sister. We're all bound to get hurt some point.
Yo, user 80, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate the 3 month. Thank you very much.
Huh?
I was saying thank you for the subscription to someone who subscribed. Yeah.
My God, I think this is what you make your living on, don't you?
Yeah, this is my job.
Your job. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you. Well, anyways, I saw a guy debating with you the other day, claiming that this is not a job.
I remember that. That was really funny. That was really funny.
You're entertaining people, right?
Yeah.
That
person has no clue what they're saying. Huh? That person is like actually Delulu.
You think he's clueless?
Yes, dude. Like, why do you think my name is Parker? Get a job. It's literally making fun of people like that. Like that's literally the reason. And he didn't even realize that my name was that. That's the funny part.
Yeah, you're doing some sort of entertainment.
Clearly, it's a job. Like it's very obviously a job.
Yeah, it is. It is in a way of job. The job that you enjoy doing.
I enjoy what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, people like your content, and otherwise there wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know anybody that has 4,000 viewers on. No, I don't know how many. Very few people have 4,000 people come in their lives. You get this every day. It's a norm. So that means you have some sort of content that people want to jump in here and talk about.
No, the CCP is pushing out my content. They're controlling everything.
Who?
I've heard that someone's come in my argument and said I'm a shill for the CCP, and that's the only reason I have a platform is because the Chinese Communist Party is like pushing me out to the algorithm or something.
Oh, you got some comics there. I think they just come here to bug you. I think that's how they.
No, they actually believe that. That's the really funny part is that they actually do believe that.
No, I don't think anybody would believe that ridiculous thing.
They do. They do.
Yeah. It's really funny that anybody believe that's nonsense. But anyhow, I do answer your question. I don't know if I'm still wasting your time.
You're good.
But I do believe that there is still a possibility that you will make it to heaven. Okay, Parker? I
actually don't dispute that under review. Yeah, I think even to anyone, it's possible to go to heaven.
Yeah,
it just depends on whether or not they accept the view, right?
Well, now you're buying into what I'm saying. I thought you didn't buy into what I say.
No, I wasn't saying that it's possible for me to go to heaven, but I'm just saying that, like, logically speaking, what I'm saying is that, like, I'm never going to do that, given that there's no evidence. If there was evidence, I'm going to accept it. If there's not evidence, I can't accept it, right? Because I can't just tell myself that, like, I'm not going to, right? Because I don't have the ability to just say that, like, I now believe, right? Well, because I don't believe. I don't have the evidence.
So you don't believe that Christ ever existed?
I believe Jesus existed. I believe Jesus was crucified on the cross. I just don't believe in the miracles. Because
miracles he did?
Yeah, the miracles are really hard to establish because if you're looking at historical evidence, you're looking for the most probable story when miracles are the least probable thing to occur. So there can only be one possible explanation for something to be the least probable and most probable thing.
Well, now you're circling things in my head. I'm trying. What are you talking about?
No, I
How
get
can
you.
that possibly in the realm of faith? In the realm of faith, all things are possible. That's what Jesus said. So
is a squared circle possible in faith?
Water. Huh?
Is a squared circle possible with faith?
A circle in what?
A squared circle. Is that possible with faith?
I don't know what you're trying to get at, but I don't know what.
A squared circle is a contradiction, so it's not possible.
It's
Even
not
if you
possible?
believe in it, it's still not possible. Because a squared circle would mean that there's 4 corners and then 0 corners.
Yeah, I didn't think
4
so.
doesn't
That's
equal
why I
0,
didn't-
yeah.
Yeah, so you're a mathematical genius?
No.
Did you go to college?
I did.
What did you study?
Well, I'm in college right now, my senior year, economics.
Economics. So then why did you go into chemistry?
Well, why didn't I go into chemistry? I prefer social sciences.
Oh, you're social. Yeah, you're social oriented. Okay, I'm science oriented. Sorry, I studied chemistry in college, but it was fun. But never. I did 2 years in the industry.
You're good, dude. Is there anything else you want to talk about or add, though?
Okay, I think that was it. That was my pleasure talking.
All right,
to
man.
you. Thank you for
Appreciate you
taking
coming
me.
on, bro.
Okay,
Have a good day.
Okay, God bless you.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App in the bio, everyone. They still have not sent me the $1,000, everyone. If you want to support me, again, you already know the deal. If you want to help get it out to more people, keep tapping that screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
59. Yeah, I'm
For sure, you
59.
think that I should go to hell?
So I define the word hell differently than most Christians do. So the answer is yes, but I don't mean eternal conscious torment.
Oh, are you an annihilationist?
So I'm not. I'm a universal salvationist. I'm someone that believes in the
so
end.
you don't think I should go to hell then?
I don't. I think that God eventually proved himself to all of us. And in the end, according to scripture, every knee shall bow and every tongue confess. So my belief, and it's a belief, it's based on faith. Obviously, I have nothing to prove it other than what I believe based on where my heart sits, right? And my heart sits based on the study of the scriptures, that the good news of the gospel is that eventually, if not in this lifetime, in the ages to come, Parker will be shown that God does exist. And Parker will join and joyfully, not by some kind of compulsion or coercion, but joyfully confess that Jesus is Lord and be saved.
Sure, yeah, if you believe that, I do think that's like a better view that I would say other people have as it relates to like salvation and whether or not individuals are saved. It doesn't necessarily relate to the topic, so I do want to move on, although I would love to have a conversation with you as it relates to like the justifications under your worldview. But I do want to make sure that I stay relatively on topic. So if you don't believe that I should go to hell, I am going to go into the next person. I do like your view as it relates to universalism, but yeah.
I'll let you go and I'll just qualify that. I believe that all people deserve to go to a correction, which is, which is my view of hell, is that we all go to the grave, which is the technical definition of the word hell, proven, the path. So yeah, I'll let you go, but Good.
Sure, appreciate you coming on.
I just wanted to. Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much, man. All right, let's go to the next person. I would love to critique that, but I do want to keep it on to the topic, everyone. Let's go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you do disagree. We are just looking for some debates. All right, let's get to this next individual. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Yes, hell is the nether in Minecraft. Yes, that is hell. Yep. You got it right. It is the nether. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
For sure. Do you think that I should go to hell?
I was gonna ask you, should a criminal who murder like 2 young girls should get a punishment from a just judge?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
do you think that someone unaliving 2 innocent little girls is the same thing as me not believing that a God exists?
So I mean, it's like your moral standard, where you get it from. So let me ask you this question. So why shouldn't God send you to hell?
Yeah, why should God send me to hell? Yeah, why?
Why shouldn't He send you to hell?
Oh, why shouldn't they?
Why shouldn't He send you to hell? God, why shouldn't God send you to hell?
Oh, yeah, I would just say that, like, I don't think that me saying that I don't believe in something, which is the rational thing to do, given my information, would mean that I should go to hell. So, like, the claim would just be that, like, I don't think that I'm a bad person.
Oh, you don't think you're a bad person?
Yeah, that would relate to my own desires and preferences, which is not an internal critique of your worldview. That's simply just a statement of my own preferences because you asked about what my preferences were.
Okay, great. I'd like to put that in a test, though.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. How many lies have you told before?
How many lies have I told before?
Yeah.
0.
That's one of the lies, right?
No, that's not a lie. No lies.
That is a lie.
Wait, prove it.
That's one of them.
Prove it.
Have you ever taken something that's not belong to you?
No.
Have you ever used God's name in vain?
No.
Okay. Have you ever slept outside of marriage?
No.
Yeah, that's another lie. You see that? You just see. I was watching.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me say I did earlier?
I told you, right? You just don't be honest. But let me tell you.
No,
something.
dude. Okay, here.
I understand. Like,
do you understand my point?
What I'm doing?
My point is that you don't know actually whether or not I'm sinless, right? I could make a claim that I'm completely sinless, and you can't prove that I'm sinful. Okay, that's going to be true. The same way that when you claim that Jesus is sinless, right? There's no way you can prove that either.
No, I mean, how do you define a sinless person? A sinless person don't tell lies, though. But you were just saying lies right in front of my eyes, bro.
I did it right in front of you. I thought you would have heard. Did you hear me say like I engaged in sex before marriage in the last conversation?
Yeah, of course. You were telling with that guy. You lied to either one of us. I don't know if it was me or if it was him, but you lied. It was one of us.
Yeah, I lied to you.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I actually don't see anything wrong with the way that I just lied, especially 1, because I told you, 2, because it's in a joking manner, things like that, right?
Exactly.
Whereas when someone's like lying when they're cheating, that's bad. Mm-hmm. When someone's lying in other contexts when it relates to families, that's going to be bad as it relates to the specific context of the lie. But I think that certain contexts of lies aren't bad, like the same way that when we say the tooth fairy exists to children, we don't think it's bad. Or we say Santa Claus exists, we don't think it's bad. My mom's a Christian. My mom's very Christian. Okay. I grew up in a Christian household, and she still was very, very stingent about making sure that we didn't know that the tooth fairy and that Santa Claus were not real. Okay. She wanted to keep that up because there's something magical about that existing. And I don't think there's anything bad about what my mom did there.
Okay. So you see how quick you already brought something that to protect everything that you did. But imagine the criminal that I was telling you right now. I just told you, and then imagine that he had some good thing to say about this crime. It's like he wasn't bad, and then you wasn't like that was bad. You should go to jail. You see how quick it is for you to judge someone, and then when you come to yourself and you're trying to justify everything that you done wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Well, so as it relates to my own actions, I'm going to give you
Hey, that
reasons
guy
why.
should-
Hold
yeah.
up. As it relates to my own actions, I'll give you reasons why I think it's right or wrong. The same way that if God is trying to justify an action, a God would have to give reasons why they think it's right or wrong. So the same way that I'm justifying my own positions and my own actions would be the same way that Jesus or God does that.
So that means either you or that person do not have like a standard to judge ourselves.
We do have a
have
standard.
to
Our standard is
find-
ourselves. The same way
to
that your
have-
God's standard is your God's self.
I mean, exactly, because why would you say that that person should go to hell, should go to jail for murder 3 young girls?
Because of the harm that they inflicted upon others. You can't say the same thing as it relates to me just not believing.
Let's say he should not say that. What about if he justify what he's doing? Like he likes it, he doesn't see anything wrong about it. What if he say he doesn't see anything wrong about it? It's just the same thing. You trying to justify yourself, and the person trying to justify himself as well.
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not at all. No, it's not at all, because we can give you actually a relevant distinction between these two attitudes, right? When I'm justifying me saying a lie in the context of this conversation, that's going to be pretty simple because I can provide differences between that and other circumstances that I consider to be wrong. Whereas when they are going to describe other circumstances that they consider to be wrong, they aren't going to be able to provide relevant distinctions. Okay? That is one thing. Right, so they're likely going to fall into like special pleading or like some particular issue as it relates to their worldview.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're trying to say as a human being, because this is how I would be with myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how I would be myself, but I'm someone different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hide something I did. That happened in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve were sinning. As soon as they heard God's voice is coming, they hide themselves. But that's not what I did with myself. I run to God, just like the song says. I run to the Father. I run to the Father to get forgiveness, to get grace, because grace and mercy is still here right now. I'm not trying to hide. You are hiding by justify yourself, you know, with your own moral standard. But hey, man, you're not the one that says this is bad or this is wrong. It is God that says that this is bad, this is wrong. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You said this is not bad because you did it. But about the person that says, okay, I killed 3 innocent young girls.
You're just restating the same claim.
Yeah, I understand. I have to.
But I've given you a difference, and this. So again, also under your view, it's also that like your view is subjective as well. It's based upon God's position. So the same thing that you're relating to me also relates to your notion of God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let me tell. Okay. So your question said, why should you go to hell? This is why I was saying all these just to come to this question right there. So let me tell you, why should you go to hell? And why shouldn't you go to hell?
Yeah. I'm asking why should I go to hell?
Yeah, why should you go to hell?
I think that's a legitimate question. Like if your God is saying that I deserve eternal conscious torment because of the beliefs that I have, all right, then I think it's completely legitimate for me to say why. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you can ask question however you want to.
Okay.
But there's answers
So do you have the answer?
Why should you go to hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the answer.
What is that?
Because you're a bad person. You are lying. You say you're a good person. Saying you're a good person, that will prove you to go to heaven for sure. But
why is what I did bad enough to be tortured forever?
Why should you justify lying, stealing as good?
Hey. Why does what I did justify torturing me forever?
What I'm saying,
I lied as a joke in front of you on this conversation. Is that justifiably sending me to eternal torment? Come on. So you'd be, if someone came and tortured me, you'd see no issue with that?
What was that?
If someone came and tortured me, right, would you say that there's no issue with that because I've lied in the past? Because I don't believe in Christianity?
What if that was just a joke? And then, you know, what if it was a joker? Like, you know, what if it was just joking and kill you?
That's not a joke.
See, that was not a joke by lying. Lying is not a joke. There's nothing funny about it.
What I did is absolutely a joke. If you can't make a distinction between lying and murdering someone, that is fundamentally like ridiculous. Okay? Because lying can actually be used as a rhetorical tool within a conversation. Murdering someone is not a rhetorical tool. Okay? As it relates to the conversation with that person, because they are not going to be there for that conversation anymore.
I mean, I wanted to tell you, God never done anything
And
unjust.
also, I'm not saying that all rhetorical tools or all these things are good. What I think I'm a particularist. I apply in particular circumstances.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying as a human being, but what I'm trying to tell you is, God never done anything unjust to anybody because He's the one. If He's truly the one that made all this thing, because no one can prove that God does not exist. Because if you say God does not exist, where all this thing came from, you know? So God never done anything unjust in this world.
Okay.
Never do anything
So
unjust
I have a
in this
question.
world.
All things considered, should the Holocaust occur?
What's that?
All things considered, should the Holocaust occur?
I don't think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you think that everything in the world is good? All things considered.
I mean, when at first, when God was making everything, say it is good. That's why it says in Genesis.
No. At the right now, all things considered in the world, is everything
right now,
good?
man, we are in a fallen state right now.
No, actually, all things considered, at the end of everything, is everything good?
I mean, right now, man, sin is ruling the world.
Okay, so all things
Jesus himself
considered,
says the world is ruling by the devil.
So all things considered, right? You're saying that sin should not occur.
I would say, I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're telling me God did something evil by creating the world because there's sin within it. Okay?
No.
You would have to say sin is necessary for good.
Sin is not necessary for good. But what
sin is not necessary for good? Okay, well then you just conceded.
What you don't understand, hell is the concept of hell. I'm not trying to change anything about hell, but hell is a terrible place. It wasn't made for human being. Hell was not made for human being. We follow this path. But God trying to rescue us by sending Jesus. But if you still decided to go, that's your way. God will not force you to come to Him because He created you with free will. God created you with free will, just as He created me with free will. You wanna go to this path? He knows it's the danger path. The devil knows what hell is, but you don't know what hell is.
Hey, I don't want to go to hell. I don't think anyone wants to go to hell. I think that they just happen to, if under your view, would happen to go to hell, given the fact that they didn't believe. They didn't volitionally pick hell over going to heaven. So like, no one's given the choice right in front of them. Oh, here you can go to hell, or here you can go to heaven. Right? It's all like indirect.
So you don't want to go to hell. So do you want to?
No, if we're saying that these particular things exist, yeah, clearly I wouldn't want to go to hell.
So okay,
I don't believe in a hell. Okay, I don't believe that we're even going to be possibly in that circumstance.
It's not your belief.
Yo, FSTY, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like my belief and your belief is irrelevant. What is the truth is. This is what matters.
Yeah, so no, our belief is going to be based upon like what we think the evidence is entailing here, right? So like again, what evidence do you have to substantiate the idea that your particular God exists?
Oh, how could you say a painting does not exist without if you see a painting that's a proof that there was a painter. If you see a building, that's a proof there was a builder. If you see creation, that is a proof there's the creator. I don't think there's
So here, let's talk about this. Okay. So as it relates to those things, we have prior experiences indicating that those things require intelligent beings to create it. That's why we assume that there's a human creator and not an alien. Okay. That's one. Right. Two, we don't have any type of prior experiences indicating that intelligent beings create universes. Okay. So if we have no priors indicating that to be true, well, then how would you be able to establish this based upon design? Because design is solely implicated on the basis of us saying that we have experience that would indicate this to be true.
So you mean that you don't know who created all these things? You don't know who created.
I don't know what came prior to the Big Bang. I have no clue. But I know that it's not I know, likely speaking, it's not Christianity or any of the Abrahamic religions.
Oh, I don't know. I don't understand when you say Big Bang, but this is not what we're talking right now. But it's like I said, we're going a lot far. But I don't know if you want to get to all this discussion and stuff. But saying Big Bang is like you're going far right now, man.
Okay, if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Is there anything else you want to talk about or add?
No,
All right, appreciate you coming on, man. All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, everyone. But keep tapping that screen. If we get to 2 million likes before we end the live, everyone, we're going to be able to do, I'm going to be giving away 7 free subs here at the end of the live. So if you do want to have access to that, subscribe if you have not already.